Insurance fraud. Also call 800-TEL-NICB. A public service message from the National Insurance Crime Bureau.
Milwaukee Black Talk lives here on 101.7 FM and 1510 AM, W269DL Milwaukee, and WGKB Waukesha.
One on 1.7 The Truth. It's your girl Jazz Tyler. Happy Tuesday, Milwaukee. Happy Brownsville week. I hope you guys had an amazing evening. It's Taco Tuesdays. Make sure you pop out. Summer 85 got them tacos. Welcome to Tapped In. We got some special guests in the building. One of my favorite people in this city, in this world, Alderwoman Cox. And Kayleigh. Hey, Kayleigh. How you feeling?
I'm all right.
You all right? Little Malele. So, first and foremost, I have to say, I was at Brownsville Fest this past Sunday, and it was off the chain. Like, every aspect of it, from the gospel stage to the main stage to the youth stage, the food was incredible. The artists that performed were incredible. To see people I haven't seen in so long, it was truly good. And Liz, let me tell you, Beth got down on that gumbo. I was like, okay, Beth, I see you, the beach cobbler. But yes, Brownsville Fest it was amazing. I know that there's a host of events throughout this entire week. Can we tap into that a little bit?
Yeah. During Brownsville week, we have 25 different events throughout the whole week that goes through August 8th. Later today, we'll have the Taco Tuesdays at Summer of 85. Tomorrow, we have the Brownsville Business Breakfast at the America's Black Holocaust Museum from 8:30 to 10. And then we have Rooted in Natural, which I'll leave that to Kayleigh to speak to that from 12 to 4 at Alamo. Then we have line dancing with Lady J. Janae, 4 to 6 p.m. on Garfield Avenue between MLK and Val Phillips. And if it rains, it'll be inside the Thrive On building. Thursday, we have stuff like, Kool-Aid and Canvas for the young kids at MLK Library at 12 o'clock. So if you got kids, please bring them through so that they can paint. Then we have National Night Out at Carver Park. And then we have the Brownsville Trolley Ride. So people who want to see what Brownsville really looks like now and get a little bit of the history while seeing some of the great new developments and hearing more about those. The first trolley ride is at 3:30. The second one is at 5 o'clock. I encourage people to get there early because the trolley fills up. But it will be outside of America's Black Holocaust Museum. And it's just more and more stuff on Friday. And then on Saturday, we end, of course, with Together We Dream, the Brownsville Art Walk, which is a capstone gallery of all the artists that are on display.
Yes.
At the different restaurants and shops in Brownsville throughout the week. And then there's also High Hearts, a mono series at 6:30, which will be at Alamo. And that's our last event of the time. I also want to say a special shout out for Pancakes and Poetry.
Yeah.
Because it'll be hosted by Mario the Poet at 9:30 a.m. And we take over King Drive in front of Rise and Grind Cafe at 2727 North Dr. MLK. That's between Center and Hadley. The reason I want to give a special shout out is because it will be the last day that Rise and Grind will be open.
Yeah.
So not only will you get some free breakfast, be around good people, and hear some really great poetry and spoken word, but it is like a celebration of the 10 years that they've been servicing the community. And let's send them out with a bang. Yeah,
shout out to Bobany. And the Pancakes and Poetry is just super dope anyways. It's always super dope vibes. I remember a few weeks ago you mentioned that your cousin was doing the exhibit, The Welcome Home, and I got a chance to see that, and it was so dope inside of the Black Holocaust Museum. And we have Miss Kayleigh has her first. This is your first event?
Yes.
The Rooted. Yes, come on, now let's talk about it. So you're doing a hair/fashion show, right?
It's
It's more like a hair walk.
Hair walk. Okay.
Hair expo.
Break it down for me. So, this is your first event.
Yeah.
How did you come up with this event, and what do you like most about planning this event?
Well, I've always done my own natural hair. And, my mama got her silk press. My father's bald. So,
I with the joke.
right, I work with what I can. And I also feel like there is a lot to say about people who don't know how to take care of their hair. People who don't have that connection like I know a few other young people do. And I want people to find that connection within themselves when it comes to their natural hair.
Yeah.
And I do think that there's something to say about how it relates to the mental health in the Black community, especially in Milwaukee.
Yes. So, what can we expect from this event?
Oh, it's gonna be fire. But I really just want y'all to join us for a celebration of beauty, culture, and self-care at our event. Because tomorrow, August 5th at A La Mode, from 12 to 4, everybody's going to learn that caring about your hair isn't just about style. It's about confidence, connection, protecting your peace and mental wellness. And, everybody's going to be there to enjoy expert stylists with the live demonstrations, food, wellness conversations, local vendors, a free raffle giveaway, and a Black hair show with all ages.
Yes.
So.
And who's DJing?
Homer Blow.
Come on now. Malele, I'm looking at Kayla like Malele number 2. How does it feel to work side by side with her and allow her to create her own events now that she's older inside of Brownsville?
This was a project that she wanted to do, and it would have happened even if we didn't have Brownsville Week. I'm just blessed and happy to be able to provide the platform to lay the foundation to support what she was already going to do anyway. I think you said Malele number 2, but I always say, for all of us, once we had kids, you want them to be better.
Yeah.
And I can honestly say that she has surpassed, where I was at her age. And so I think that it is indeed an honor to sit and watch, and I can't wait till tomorrow to see how it goes, because she has for years supported me in all of these events and been a little helper and all of that kind of thing. So seeing her do something that's close to her heart for particularly geared towards other young people, it's such an important issue. I'm really proud to see her whole process, and how she's making it happen. And I'm glad that it could be a part of Brownsville Week.
So you get to run your mama around now. All these years of running around, helping out with Brownsville, you get to run. You get to tell her what to do now.
A little bit.
I want it done this way. I want it done that way. So to all the youth out there, tomorrow, Wednesday, August 5th, Kayla's event, Rooted in Natural at A La Mode, 1942 North Dr. Martin Luther King Drive. An outdoor community experience of learning, confidence, and healing through natural hair, food, music, live hair demonstration, and more. Please make sure that you guys pop out. It's for all ages. It is a free event, but most importantly, we have to make sure that we are supporting our youth, especially for an event like this, because it does matter. Our hair has everything to do with confidence, mental health, all of the above. I think that what you're doing is amazing, and I would love to see, more of it. Do you plan to do this often, or is this just like a one-time?
I'm just starting out. I'm trying to figure this out.
So do you take an interest in doing events? Like planning events, or is it just...
This is, I don't want to say that this is my first time, because, I've grown up watching her. Even though she's my mom, she's still like my mentor.
Yeah.
So, she leads by example. But, with my school, I have followed I'm the president of our Black Student Union at my school, and we have planned events like the Black Excellence Conference with MPS. So, this isn't really my first time with this rodeo, and honestly, I hope to do many more.
What do you expect? What type of impact do you want to have on people your age when it comes to these type of events?
I want to show them that they can do it,
Mm-hmm.
that even though sometimes people may think that these spaces and places aren't for them, and that there may be people preventing them on their journey, there's nothing that is stopping them from being great, from getting out here and doing all the things that they want to do to help others and for the benefit of others.
Absolutely. So what does your hair mean to you? Well, how does it define you?
Honestly, I think it shows my heritage, my culture, my roots, my ancestry, and I love my hair.
Yes.
I really do love my hair.
Yes. You be doing your mama hair too?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
I be doing her
She
mother
do?
twist. Yeah.
The twist.
Oh, yeah. The twist be real cute. So you just growing up doing everything, Kayla. There's also a fashion show coming up Thursday as well, right?
Yeah, and we do have Kennedy in the building. We should get her in here to
Yeah, she
speak
can
on
come
her
back.
project.
She most definitely can come back. So Kennedy is over the fashion show, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect. So again, tomorrow, Rooted in Natural from 12 to 1 p.m. at Alamode, 1942 North, Dr. Martin Luther King Drive. This is a free event. And it's indoor and outdoor, right?
Yep.
Okay. And then we're going to bring Kennedy in after break so that we can discuss the fashion show as well. I'm interested in this line dance, and I ain't got no rhythm, but
It's fun. It's
yeah,
fun. This is our second year doing it. It's fun.
I wanna try that out, and I most definitely wanna check out the Brownsville's Farmers Market.
Yeah.
I want to go and check that out too, and possibly the softball game. It's so much to choose from. We want to see all this week at all of these events to celebrate Bronzeville. I remember working in your office and seeing all the work you put in to not just this festival, but just Bronzeville, your district overall. So to see where it is now is so amazing. I'm excited for you guys. I really am. We have to go to break to pay some bills. When we come back, we are going to tap into the fashion show with Kennedy. Do not touch that dial. It's your girl, Jazz Tyler, 101.7.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on where you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Almost half of Milwaukee kids attend a school outside of MPS. Their parents chose those schools. Their families built those schools. Francesca Hong wants to end that choice. They'd phase out of Milwaukee's parental choice program. They'd shut down public charter schools. They'll force tens of thousands of Milwaukee families back into a system that's already failing our kids and can't accept them. On August 11th, vote for candidates who fight for our kids. Paid for by Leaders for a Better Community, Inc.
I always had to be so good, no one could ignore me. Carve my path with data and drive. But some people only see who I am on paper. The paper ceiling, the limitations from degree screens to stereotypes that are holding back over 70 million stars. Workers skilled through alternative routes, rather than a bachelor's degree. It's time for skills to speak for themselves. Find resources for breaking through barriers at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
I'm Chris Jakovic. I served in the United States Air Force and I deployed 3 times. So in 2017, I was serving as an Air Force First Sergeant. Our motto in that role is my job is people, everyone is my business. But unfortunately in that year, I would lose my own brother, Lance Corporal Adam Jakovic, to suicide. The majority of veteran suicides are from guns. I store my weapons securely, not only for myself, but for my family. Store all your guns securely. Help stop suicide. My service never stops.
Brought to you by End Family Fire and the Ad Council.
And here's Heather with the weather.
Well, it's beautiful out there, sunny and 75, almost a little chilly in the shade. Now, let's get a read on the inside of your car. It is hot. You've only been parked a short time and it's already 99 degrees in there. Let's not leave children in the back seat while running errands. It only takes a few minutes for their body temperatures to rise, and that could be fatal.
Cars get hot, fast, and can be deadly. Never leave a child in a car. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Here I am on
101.7 The Truth. It's your girl, Jazz Tyler. We are live and direct, and we have some special guests in the building. Alderwoman Malele Cox, Alderwoman Malele A. Cox is here. Kayla is here, and Kennedy is here. We're talking about Bronzeville Week. This past Sunday, Bronzeville Fest was amazing. There was so many different vendors, so many different performances. Shout out to the Howard Fuller students, all of the students who won, all of the youth. Kayla mentioned that she has an event tomorrow, Rooted in Natural, from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. at Alamode, 1942 North, Dr. Martin Luther King Drive. This is a free event. This is a hair show. Can we talk about that again, Kayla, before we hop into the fashion show?
So the hair show is generally a hair expo talking about the correlation between Black mental health and Black hair. And it's really just an event about open conversations with a panel discussion, food, live hair demonstrations with expert stylists, and a free giveaway.
Yes, come on now. I know y'all like free stuff. And Kennedy, you have a fashion show on Thursday.
Yes, I have a fashion show event happening during Bronzeville Week at the America's Black Holocaust Museum. Doors open at 6:30 p.m. Showtime starts strictly at 7 p.m. We have a lot of local designers, local vendors who will be present. It's definitely going to be an event to remember.
Yeah. So is this something that you do often? Are you into fashion? What's your background?
Yes, I am into fashion. I have a business, Ken Vogue LLC, where I do go and do shows in Chicago.
Okay.
I've done shows in LA, and then I like to do my own production shows here back at home in Milwaukee. Just taking that experience from all over and what I've learned and just applying it here to the city in the events that I throw with this upcoming Bronzeville event, of course, which is super, super, super fun doing. Just connecting with models and different designers and local vendors, of course, like I mentioned previously before. Not only, I do have another production coming up as well on August the 21st as well, the Sip and Strut events, my third personal production. So not new to this, kind of true to this thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what do you hope to get out of this event, like as far as the impact?
Absolutely. So kind of culture meets couture. So kind of just expressing ourselves in fashion and then just applying it to the culture and just intertwining both and just showing people like, hey, you know, you can show up, look good, feel good, because that's what fashion is all about.
Yes. What is you guys' favorite thing about Bronzeville Week?
The history, just the history and how it just impacts now into our future. The history of Bronzeville in itself, just learning about the different communities that take up the Bronzeville area. I know yesterday we had Standing on the Giants, or I think that's, Standing on the Giants. And we talked about the Halyard Park neighborhood and the Harambe neighborhood and just surrounding areas. And I can recall as a little girl growing up going to Garfield days with my mom and my cousins in the neighborhood. We used to go and play at the park. In the Harambe neighborhood, my great-great-grandmother, we own a house on 4th and Locust still, growing up in that neighborhood and playing in the neighborhood with the kids and just being a part of the community, I think is what just is most important about Bronzeville.
Yes. What about you, Kayla? What's your favorite thing?
I would say pouring back into the community.
Yeah.
Like this morning when we had the panel discussion at Bronzeville Kitchen, I believe I really watched a lot of people speak about how much we appreciate the amount of thought and time and effort and ideas and creativity that go into the development in Bronzeville, and how we can pursue that in the future and how much we can pour into the next generation. I watched a lot of really good people speak on that today.
Yeah. So, Alderwoman Cox, again, I know before we went to break, I was mentioning just watching the journey of you building Bronzeville district overall. Can you tap into the coordinates of where Bronzeville is and all of the things that has happened, like the process throughout the years?
My predecessor, Mike McGee Jr., I have to give him all the credit for legislatively recreating Bronzeville. We all know the Bronzeville of old, the place for Black commerce that because of urban renewal, some people believe because of the highway, was destroyed.
Yeah.
When the highway came through, urban renewal was done. In 2005, he legislatively created the new Bronzeville. I was elected in 2008. There had been a lot of community meetings and visioning sessions and all of that. But the general feeling in the community, at least that was told to me, was people felt like it wasn't real.
Yeah.
Because, I believe that people have to see, touch, and feel the change.
Yep.
And so although there had been much effort with meetings and legislation, people need to see it. So I committed when I got elected in 2008 that I wasn't responsible for what happened before I got there, but while I'm here, I'm going to work diligently to make it a reality.
Yes.
And I've been able to do that over the past 18 years with an ability to collaborate with so many great stakeholders and people. And, from being in the office, like, none of this would be possible.
Yeah.
None of the Brownsville you see when you go down the best King Drive in the nation.
Yep.
And
That's
all
right.
the changes you see and development you see would be possible if it wasn't for so many other folks who poured in and used their gifts and talents and believed in the vision enough to be able to do it. But we had a battle over King Drive and North. The community was promised MLK supermarket.
Yep.
A full-service grocery store with fresh fruits and vegetables. And then somehow it shifted. And a Dollar Tree sign went up. And a countdown.
And it went down.
Stuff on the shelves, workers in there, and everything. And I stood by the community and fought alongside community for what they deserved and what they were promised and what it needed in a grocery store.
Yeah.
And, through our fight and protest and everything, ultimately Dollar Tree isn't there.
Yep.
Then the search went for a new grocery store. And I give props to President of the Council, Jose Perez, because he came to me and he said, "You looking for a grocery store still?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah." He said, "Let me introduce you to Pete's Fruit Market." And that introduction led to what you now see as Pete's. But that combination of friends and stakeholders and neighbors, we were talking about how we can't just fight against what we don't want to see.
Yes.
We have to begin to uplift the good that we see and help others to see the possibility that we saw. And we thought about how to do that. So we was like, well, we'll do a Brownsville day. We'll do a Brownsville weekend.
Yeah.
And that whole conversation ended with us doing, we say Brownsville week, but it's really 8 days.
Yep.
Saturday to Saturday, the first Saturday in August to the second Saturday in August. 8 days full of activities and events to get people to come to Brownsville to see and experience what we know, the beauty that we know of the arts, the culture, and the commerce. And for 5 years, we did it as a group called Friends of Brownsville, but it started getting so big, we eventually made it an official City of Milwaukee event. And so for the last 11 years, it's been an official City of Milwaukee event. And for this year, our sponsors, our City of Milwaukee, Bader, Thrive On, Safe Summer Collective, Visit, Archwell, Athena Communications, Historic King Drive Bid, and several others. But again, we wouldn't be able to do all this if it wasn't for, and make it free for the public, if it wasn't for the help and support of all of those sponsors.
Yes. So, I don't want to make it heavy, but I do just want to, say rest in peace to Akua, because Akua was a huge, huge part of Brownsville and working this in and out. And I know this year was different for you, and a lot of people who may or may not know, but for those who don't know, that's a lot. It's a lot for when someone is there to do everything and then they're not there, and you still have to push forward, and you did it. You pushed forward through this year. You got through it. The events has been amazing thus far. I know the rest of the week is going to continue to be amazing as well. And then the team. I seen y'all riding around on a golf cart. So I was like, yeah, they outside working. Yes, outside working. But
I do want to say something on a cooler tip. Although she's not here with us in the physical, I do believe her spirit is riding with us. And the team, we talk about almost every day. We talk about her and the feeling of her being with us. Because again, this is a cultural experience too, right? And what I noticed, the day of the festival was gloomy. There were some challenges with the vendor setups and stuff and all of that. And it just felt like everything was not going the way that we would have wanted. And then we did the opening ceremony. And normally Brother Teju does a libation for us. We always want the ancestors to come be with us as we celebrate. And unfortunately, he wasn't there at the time of the ceremony. But we went on, and it just didn't feel right.
Yeah.
And, normally I get up there and do my welcome, and
Yeah.
I can't hear you. Let me hear you say it. It just didn't feel right.
Yeah.
I didn't know why, and I thought about it. And it was because in my mind, it was because we didn't pour libation. And I've never poured libation publicly.
Mm-hmm.
I've only done it at home. But I was like, I don't care. It needs to happen here today. And I called all the friends of Brownsville and all the team up on the stage because I also wanted to use it as a time for us to honor Akua, because she's one of the founders of Brownsville Week along with us. And you're right, she filled the gaps that we didn't even know she was filling.
Yeah.
And it showed with all the work that we thought just happens, but really it was her. And we've had to pick up that slack. But in that moment where we were all able to pay that tribute to her and bring the ancestors, including her, to there, it's crazy. It was gloomy, right?
The sun came up.
The sun came
and
out.
it was hot.
The clouds went away, and the energy just shifted.
Yes.
And that has continued throughout the week. I'm always worried. Are people going to come?
Yeah.
Is it this going to happen? Is that going to happen? Each event, event after event, has been great. And I just encourage folks to look at the schedule. You can get a copy of the schedule by looking at our Brownsville Week Facebook page or Instagram. You can also go to milwaukee.gov/Brownsville and look at the events and pick something.
Yes.
Come and bring somebody with you. Lastly, I'm going to say this. Akua's passing shows us mortality, right? We all think we're going to be young forever.
Yeah.
And we've been doing this for 16 years. I want this work to continue, and I realize we can't be the only ones doing it.
Yeah.
Our generation can't be the only ones doing it.
Yeah.
So we pay particular interest in making sure that some young people had the support and the platform to be able to do their own events.
Yes.
And we're going to keep doing that into the future. And for the festivals, just so people know, every year, youth vendors under 18 are free. So we really are trying to find ways for young people to get the experience so that someday it ain't going to be me sitting here. It's gonna be somebody else sitting here, way younger, talking about what they're doing to help promote Brownsville. This is just the beginning, and I appreciate both Kayla and Kennedy being willing to use their time, their talents, and their network to help promote the future of Brownsville and all that it has to offer.
Yes.
And Kalea. She's doing the Lit with Lay on Friday. She's a young professional dancer, and she really has poured a lot into her event as well. But they're the three young people that we chose to highlight in a major way. It's other young people that have done great stuff during the week as well, but we poured a whole lot into these three because their proposals, their idea, what they wanted to do is so fitting with what Brownsville is about that we definitely wanted to help give them that platform.
They came with it. So before we end, because I know y'all have a hard stop at 4:30, can you just shout out the dates and times and locations again?
Wednesday, tomorrow, August 5th, for the Rooted in Natural Expo from 12 to 4 at a la Mode, which is 1942 North MLK Drive.
Kennedy?
Yes, and then we have the Brownsville Fashion Show event taking place on August the 6th. It's upcoming Thursday. Doors open at 6:30 p.m. Showtime 7 p.m. at America's Black Holocaust Museum. That address is 401 West North Avenue, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 53212.
And then we also have, Lit in Brownsville. Shout out to Kalea, 5 to 8 p.m. at Salute Society, 2372 North MLK Drive. Woman Cox, thank you so much for all that you do. Not just Brownsville, but there's so much that you do for continuously being a pillar in the community, showing up for the youth, showing up for all of us, and we appreciate you. And I wish y'all success. I am going to try my hardest to make it, but I'm going to push some people y'all way. All right?
Thank you.
No problem. We got to go to break. Do not touch that dial. It's your girl, Jazz Tyler.
Babes, what are you doing?
What? I'm just mowing the lawn.
No, it's blazing hot and dry out here. Don't you remember? Smokey Bear says.
Avoid using power equipment when it's windy or dry.
Where'd you learn this?
Oh, it's on
SmokeyBear.com with many other wildfire prevention tips.
Right. Thanks, honey bear.
'Cause remember, only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
When a warrior faces adversity, he fights through it. He finds a way. Freedom isn't free. Rolling strong. Belief. Believe you can, and you will.
Wheelchairs for Warriors provides mobility solutions to veterans and first responders injured in the line of duty. Join the mission and visit wheelchairsforwarriors.org.
Here's the deal. We gotta set ourselves up. See, retirement is the long game. We gotta make moves and make them early. Set up goals. Don't worry about a setback. Just save up and stack up to reach them. Let's put ourselves in the right position. Pre-game to greater things.
Start building your retirement plan at thisispretirement.org. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
For 75 years, the Muscular Dystrophy Association's voices have thundered through the halls of Congress.
For 75 years, we've willed the impossible into existence.
For 75 years, the MDA community has pushed the science,
shifted the narrative, and established the field of neuromuscular medicine.
And until that day, when this is all a thing of the past,
you couldn't stop us if you tried.
Join us and celebrate 75 years of breakthroughs at MDA75.org.
Talking about guns with others might not always feel comfortable, but it could save a life. Here's a way to start a conversation. Your family is going over to your neighbor's home for dinner for the first time. How would you ask if there are any unlocked guns in the home?
Hey, we're so excited for tonight. Before we come over, though, may I ask if there are any unlocked guns in your home?
Our guns are stored securely, locked in a safe that the kids can't access.
Awesome.
Learn how to have the conversation at agreetoagree.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Wherever there's a need in our communities, there's a United Way. Improving lives so everyone can thrive. Where more people can gain access to healthcare and nutritious food for their tables. Where more community members can benefit from financial education and get connected to local resources for housing support. And where children are given more chances to reach their full potential. Community is where we find our strength and where we share our hope. United is the way. Visit unitedway.org.
.7 The Truth. It's your girl Jazz Tyler. We are live and direct. Happy Tuesday, Milwaukee. It's Taco Tuesday. It is going down. I know that they're having an event for Brownsville Week this evening at Summer of 85. 7 to 9 p.m. Tuesday, tacos and games. Game night, music, bingo, trivia, chess, dominoes. All of the above. Shout out to Alderwoman Cox, her daughter Kayla and Kennedy. They just stopped by for a quick interview to update us on Brownsville Week and all of the things that they have going on. This year is the first year that Kayla is doing the Rooted in Natural hair show at Alamo, 1942 North Dr. Martin Luther King Drive from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. This is an indoor and outdoor community experience of open learning, confidence, and healing through natural hair, food, music, live hair demonstrations, and more. And then Thursday, Kennedy has the Brownsville Fashion Show from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. at America's Black Holocaust Museum, 401 West North Avenue, a platform for storytelling, entrepreneurship, and community pride explored through fashion, hosted by Kennedy Harris. Friday night, Lit in Brownsville by Kalea. Kalea. Kalea is the daughter of Bobany, who is the owner of Rise and Grind. She is an industry choreographer, so she's done tours. She's worked with celebrities, all of the above, and she is doing something at Salute Society from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Friday, 2372 North Dr. Martin Luther King Drive, a community movement experience designed to bring residents, families, artists, and wellness advocates together through movement, culture, and connection. There are at least 3 events per day this week. And again, I attended Brownsville Week this past Sunday, and it was amazing. But there's events for the youth, for little kids, the Kool-Aid and canvas. They can paint and sip. Is line dancing, the Bronzeville Farmers Market, the trolley rides, all of the above. There's so many things to do this week. This is probably one of the biggest festivals that we have outside of the normal festivals we have, such as State Fair and Summerfest. And again, it's always important to pour back into our community. So when we have these events, it's not that we're doing it just to do it. We're doing it because it's actually creating revenue and putting revenue back into our community. The vendors, as she mentioned, if they're under 18, they can sign up to be a vendor at the Bronzeville during Bronzeville week, and it's free of charge, which means that whatever they sell is all profit. But whenever you go to these events, there's so many Black-owned businesses who have great products, great food, great clothing, all of the above. And again, we're able to circulate the dollar. We're able to keep that dollar right there in Bronzeville, right there in our community, and show what exactly it looks like when we support each other. So if you get a chance this week, please make sure that you attend one of these events. Again, rest in peace to Akua. Akua was Alderwoman Cogg's best friend and legislative aide, and she was one of the founding members of Bronzeville Week. I watched both of these sisters put a lot of work into this, and I'm happy to see it thriving after 11 years, still standing strong. So again, shout out to Alderwoman Coggs and Kayla and Kennedy and everyone else who's a part of Bronzeville Week. If you missed the interview yesterday, I got to bring this up, man. I did an amazing interview with legendary Homer Blow. Shout out to Homer and Bailey Coleman on the morning show. But it forced me to do some reflection yesterday. And I just wanted to say how grateful I am to have the people that I have in my life. And I don't know what that looks like for you all, but I want you to think about someone who changed your life and where you are now because of something someone did for you and where you could have been had they not done that. And again, we had a very, very intense conversation. Homer was, I just I'm thankful that he was able to open up and express some things that he had never shared, which helps us all learn more about who he is and why he is the way that he is. But the whole purpose of me mentioning that is because it's been sitting on my heart all day to just tell you all, Truth Nation, to be grateful for the people that you have in your life, the people who mean well, the people who want to see you succeed, the people who won't do anything to sabotage what you have going on, no matter if they feel like you're making mistakes or not. Those are the people that you should allow to be a part of your life. I met Homer when I was a young lady and I was doing music and I was a child and I wasn't always the person that I am. And he seen something in me that I hadn't seen in myself. And the conversation that we had changed my entire thought process. It changed my outlook on life. It forced me to become someone that I didn't expect to be. I was out here wilding. Y'all hear me say it all the time. I'm a retired crash out. So you heard it live yesterday. If you didn't get a chance to check out that interview, please go back and check it out. But when you have mentors and pillars of the community who give you advice and people who support you in what you do and want to see you win, you have to make sure that you utilize that. You have to make sure that you take that information and do something with it, especially because there's so many people who are gatekeepers of information. There's so many people who are standing in the way of the generation under them, and they won't allow them to be great because they don't want to move out the way. And I'm not saying that to say that it has to be that way, but it's enough for everyone. And the conversation is rare that you get a chance to sit across from someone who changed your life and have a conversation with them about it while you both have continuously succeeded in your own respective lanes. So yesterday was another transformation in my life in real time. 16 years ago, I sat across from Homer and he interviewed me, and that was the first interview I had ever done. And again, just being able to work alongside your mentor and someone who helped shape you become who you are in your career and as a person. is something that's very honorable. And again, I want to send a huge shout out to Homer Blow. And if you have not checked out the interview yesterday, make sure you go to our YouTube, 101.7 The Truth. Like, click, subscribe. You can watch live. You can download the app. If you're on the go, you can turn on your radio and listen to it. But just tap in with us, man. We want to continue to utilize this platform so that we can be impactful as possible, man. We have so many great human beings in this city. So many people who has done so much, not just for the community, but just overall. And it'll be a disservice if we did not highlight them in the work that they do. So as long as you guys have me, I will promise, with everything that I have inside of me, to bring great people up here who has done the work, who continuously inspires and who motivates. And again, it's free. I have a consulting business, so I get paid for my thoughts. And the way I give back now is I'm trying to give y'all the game for free. So when you see people come on this show, it's because I want them to share the information that they have given me, right? I don't gatekeep information. It's not a secret. I'm successful in the things that I do because of the relationships I have. So I want to share that with you all. Speaking of that, at the 5 o'clock hour, we have my good friend, Philly Flyboy. He will be in the building, man. We're going to sit down and have an amazing conversation with him as well, catch up and see what he has going on. So make sure y'all stick around for that. But right now, we got to go to break to pay some bills. Do not touch that dial. It's your girl, Jazz Tyler, 101.7 The Truth.
Educators Credit Union is more than a place to manage your money. They're where your financial possibilities take shape. They're more than transactions. They're conversations about your financial goals. More than numbers, they're community advocates who support free, local events that are accessible to all. They foster community because we are stronger together. Educators Credit Union is people helping people. Become a member at ECU.com. Insured by NCUA. Membership eligibility required.
Milwaukee, your weekdays have a new rhythm. Start your mornings with conversations that matter.
Again, I'm the legendary Homer Blow, along with my girl,
Bailey Coleman. Truth in the Morning with Homer Blow and Bailey Coleman. Weekdays, 7 to 9 a.m. Then keep it locked with the voice of the community.
And the more you know and the more skills you have, the more training you have, the better off your community is.
The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, 9 a.m. to noon. Lunch is on us. Turning up your midday vibe.
It's your boy Ray Nitty and my co-host Maybe Shannon.
It's the lunch break with Ray Nitty and Maybe Shannon, noon to 2 p.m. And don't stop there. Keep the conversation going with The Grapevine with Manan Sabir.
That's right, I'm your host, Manan Sabir.
Bringing the stories and voices you need to hear, 2 to 4 p.m. Then we're closing out your day with energy. Lots of it.
It's your girl, Jazz Tyler. We are live and direct.
Tap in with Jazz Tyler every afternoon, 4 to 7 p.m. Your home for Milwaukee Conversations. The award-winning 101.7 The Truth.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Reading aloud to children sharpens their listening skills, expands their vocabularies, and nurtures a lifelong love of reading. That's why Reading is Fundamental, the nation's leading children's literacy nonprofit, offers free monthly read-alouds by popular authors through its Rally to Read program. Visit rallytoread.org to watch the read-alouds and discover exciting reading activities for school and home. Visit rallytoread.org today.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
When I met both of them, it was like my missing pieces were found. Like it was just like an instant, these are my kids. If you're considering adopting a teen, just do it. Kids need families. I don't care the age, everybody deserves a family.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. A message brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
101.7 The Truth. It's your girl, Jazz Tyler. We are live and direct at the American Family Insurance Studio in the beautiful heart of downtown Milwaukee. Happy Tuesday, Milwaukee. Shout out to Alderwoman Cox, Kayleigh, and Kennedy for stopping through, promoting Bronzeville Week. Man, it's been an amazing week thus far. I had the opportunity to attend the festival this past Sunday, Bronzeville Cultural Arts and Festival. It was an amazing event. Again, shout out to all of my students at Dr. Howard Fuller Collegiate Academy. They won first, second, and third place on the youth stage. Shout out to Wavy D and MJ, Troy Tyler, some Deshea G, some amazing performances, amazing vendors as well. And there's so many different events to choose from. Today, there's the Tuesday tacos and games at Summer 85 from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Game night, music, bingo, trivia, chess, dominoes, and Twister. Tomorrow, there's the Bronzeville Business Breakfast at 8:30 to 10:30 at America's Black Holocaust Museum, followed by Kayleigh's event. This is her first solo event, Rooted in Natural. It is an indoor and outdoor community experience of confidence and healing through natural hair, food and music, and live hair demonstrations. This will take place tomorrow from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. at Alamode on 1942 North Dr. Martin Luther King Drive. Thursday, there's some events as well. You have the Kool-Aid and Canvas, which is pretty much the children's version of Paint and Sip that's happening at the MLK Library at 12 o'clock. You also have the Trolley Rides, Kennedy's Fashion Show at the Holocaust Museum from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. and a host of other events this weekend, the Pancakes and Poetry, the Bronzeville Farmers Market, the Bronzeville Ride, the Local Legends softball game with Ray Hill and G. Smith from G's Clippers. And then the Mono series. So again, there's so many different events to choose from this weekend. Before we went to break, I was just reiterating how important it was to make sure that we're pouring back into our people. So when we do our festivals, such as the Bronzeville Week, which is 8 days of events, not only is it happening in the heart of Bronzeville, but we are actually circulating the Black dollar. This is the time of the year where we get to spend with our people, for us, by us, and it's imperative that we understand how important that is, and that we continue to circulate that dollar so that we can see the effects that it not only it has on us but on the community overall. So if you get a chance to, please make sure that you stop by some of these events. And before she left, she mentioned that she is passing the torch, passing the baton, meaning that she's introducing more youth to Bronzeville and what it is that they do, so that a lot of these events can be youth-led, which is dope. We've had the opportunity to do some things last year during Bronzeville Week. There's things happening this year. There'll always be things happening. But again, if you have the opportunity, please, please, please make sure that you tap out. Check it out this week. We got a special guest in the building. Yep, we sure did.
Am I live? I hear
live
myself.
and direct.
Yeah, we did Rotimi last year. We
Yep.
did the acting directing class. Actually, Rotimi went crazy with that.
He
too.
did. Everybody did. So we did the actors workshop with you, Philly Flyboy, Rotimi, and Ruben Whitmore and Swift Sloan.
Yep.
And I was amazed to see how many amazing actors that we have, like, in the city of Milwaukee. Like, people who actually know how to.
I mean, it's a lot of it's a lot of actors in the city. You know what I'm saying? Good and bad. You know? So I mean, we come from the city where you got to kind of finesse a little bit, and then it turns into an acting career.
Right. Listen, if you do not know, we have legendary Stephen Philly Flyboy in the building. Welcome to 101.7 The Truth, Philly.
Man, it took me 37 minutes to walk from the front door to this joint. It was like the Goodfellas scene, walking through the kitchen area to get to the table. I thought Meech was trying to rob me or something because we kept going into different hallways and alleyways. I'm like, oh man, Meech I think I owe him a couple duckies.
He trying to sneak you off to the side. Listen, everybody wants success, right? Everybody wants recognition. Everybody wants the finished product, but very few people fall in love with the process. Whether you are building a business, raising children, creating music, writing books, or simply just trying to become a better version of yourself, everything starts with one thing, and that's a vision. And today we have someone who has an incredible sense of vision, someone who is a pillar in this community. When I met him, the first time I met Philly was on the set of Ray Nitty Bow, and it was Philly and Stan, and we were shooting at the Onyx.
Yeah, Stan had me at the door checking people in.
Like
he flexed on me so nasty that day.
And it's
shouts to Stan. He flexed. I said, bro, I know this dude. He had it like I was coming in there to shoot something, and then he's like, yo, bro, check everybody in. I said, bro, why you got me checking people? He said, bro, you know everybody. I'm like, yeah, but bro, I shoot.
That's not what I'm here for.
That's not even what's going on. But I mean, it's one of those on set. You just kind of you got to get to it. It's always 15 jobs that everybody's got to do, and when you're doing independent, small budget stuff, everybody got to do 10 jobs. So.
They do. And look at you now, right? Started like that. Now look where you are. You've done so much. Let's take it back to the beginning. How did this come about? How were you introduced to film?
So it's been a progress for sure, because I've always been into art in some way, shape, or form, from literally all the way from drawing to photography, and then photography. We were really just doing photos to promote music, because me and all my guys did music. Like I used to rap, sing, write, produce. I had a studio, so and I had my team, and of course we need promo, we need graphics and all that stuff. And I already did graphics, like that was kind of a thing that I was into, and then photography. So it was like kind of second nature to just use it to promote the music and promote us.
Yeah.
So of course, I'm getting crazy with the graphics and the photos, and then people are seeing our stuff, and everybody starts saying like, yo, who's making the graphics, who's doing these photos,
Yeah.
So I wasn't even promoting it like a service, because for me it was like, yo, I'm just doing it for the team. And then all of a sudden it started getting attention, and of course, just like anything, when you're doing music and marketing and everything, you're looking for different ways to kind of set yourself apart. And video was that thing. And this is, like, you got to context, I'm 43. This is when I'm like 19.
Yeah.
This is pre like cheap cameras, pre like easy access to filming stuff. So it was kind of like a mission for us to figure out how to do, like, yo, we got to get a video. Like, I don't know how we're going to do it, but we're going to figure it out.
Yeah.
And like, that's one thing that kind of who makes me who I am. Like, I'm going to figure it out. Like, I'm going to make something shake. I'm going to get it done.
Yep.
So I basically just started like, hitting up everybody and anybody that I knew, and we ended up really low key getting a news camera. We got a news camera for the first shoot.
How?
Because my guy's dad worked at the news channel. It was 6 Channel 12.
Well, y'all was shooting videos with a news camera?
Yeah, we had the Channel 6 joint out there, looking like we were doing some late breaking news. Because I'm like, yo, hey, we got to get it, like, hey, if there's a camera, because they can, like, if you work there, they have the camera department, you can rent the camera.
Got you.
So his son was one of my guys.
Yeah.
And he did music too, so he asked his pops if he could rent us a camera.
Yeah.
So that's how, what I'm saying, that we made it shake.
By any means.
Yeah, and I mean, and that kind of, like, and that's really, like, how being from Milwaukee is, though. Since we have limited resources, we're not a major metro, we're not New York, we're not L.A., we're not things like that. Like, people from here have to figure it out so much more than other major cities because the resources aren't here. But that's no excuse not to do it. It's just you got to get a little bit more creative with it. But that actually is a gift and a curse, because starting out, it's a curse.
Yeah.
Because you're like, yo, I need to be in New York. I need to be in L.A., whatever, da-da-da.
Yep.
But when you figure it out and you figure out how to move in a city like Milwaukee, you can literally move anywhere. And you're probably going to be out-hustled anybody from New York, anybody from LA, anybody from Miami, because they had stuff right there readily available.
Exactly.
Where people from Milwaukee, we got to get after it.
Yep.
So that hustle, that grind to get to where you need to be at. I know people complain about it. Oh, Milwaukee is not this, is not that. I'm like, yo, like, you got to kind of look at the positive of that. If it's really difficult to get to where you need to be, that journey to get there, you're going to learn so much that the second you crack the door open, you're going to be flying. And that's what happened to me.
Yep.
The second I got opportunity,
It's
it was
a wrap.
like I was already running. I was like literally like a dog on
Yeah.
a leash. Like they unhooked me and I was already pulling like, yo, I was gone.
Yep.
So that was really like, and I wouldn't have been able to work like that or think like that had I not been from Milwaukee and had to struggle to get to where I was at. So
Absolutely.
I never looked at it as a bad thing. I just looked at it as that's kind of my thing though too. I'm like a puzzle guy. Like I want to figure out how to work the puzzle.
Yeah. Even if it's difficult, like it's, again, people say if you can make it from New York, you can make it anywhere. I always say if you from Milwaukee, you can make it anywhere. We got Philly Flyboy in the building. When we come back, we're going to tap into the work that you've done, the work that you're currently doing, and the impact that you've had on the culture, not just in Milwaukee, but throughout the entire world. It's your girl, Jazz Tyler. Do not touch that dial. 101.7 The Truth.
For 18 years, Veolia has done more than treat Milwaukee's water. Our people have raised their families here, built careers here, and been a part of the community. Generations of workers, millions of dollars a year invested in local businesses, a workforce center built to give young Milwaukeeans a real path into good local careers. 18 years later, Veolia is still here because Milwaukee's still home. Veolia, Milwaukee values, committed to its future.
Are people around me safe when I vape? Science does not support that belief. Exhaled vape emissions linger in the air, affecting indoor air quality and bystanders in the same space through secondhand exposure. Vaping emissions can also accumulate on clothes, hair, dust, and furniture, leading to exposure risks to bystanders of all ages. And vaping around a pregnant person can lead to serious health impacts on fetal and childhood development. Enough with the puff. Learn more at ul.org/vaping.
My mom has decided to learn to paint, and she's good.
My dad's now into creative cuisine, and I've already put on 6 pounds.
Learning new things comes with age.
My mom, she started forgetting my name and what we're talking about.
Forgetting well-known things doesn't. Memory loss may be a sign of Alzheimer's disease. Early detection gives you and your loved one time to plan for the future. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's at 10signs.org. Brought to you by the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Doctors Without Borders is delivering life-saving medical care where it's needed most in communities around the world. From bandaging war-wounded patients in Sudan to providing clean drinking water in Haiti, we're in more than 70 countries worldwide, bringing patients from sick to recovering, from emergency to aid, from crisis to care. This life-saving care is made possible by a global movement of supporters like you. Thank you.
Mommy, can I sit in the front seat just this one time? Please, please, please.
No, not yet.
But why?
Because I love you, and you're just not ready yet. Now, get in the back so I can get you in your car seat, please.
Putting your kids in the right seat for their age and size is an act of love. Check that your kids are in the right seat at NHTSA.gov/the right seat. Love protects. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
In sitcoms, when someone has a problem, they just blurt it out and move on.
Well, I lost my job and my parakeet is missing. How was your day?
But the real world is different. Managing life's challenges can be overwhelming. So, what do? We get support. The Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council have mental health resources available for you at loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. See how much further you can go when you take care of your mental health.
Milwaukee Black Talk lives here on 1017 FM and 1510 AM, W269 DL Milwaukee, and WGKB Waukesha.
Nobody pray for me. It been a day for me. Yeah.
101.7 The Truth. It's your girl, Jazz Tyler. We are live in Zach, and we got a special guest in the building. Philly Flyboy is here. Philly, what up?
Jazz, you all radio voice having that. Oh, let me not swear.
It's
I'm
okay.
gonna be radio friendly.
I was sitting here thinking like you seen me in every
facet, yo. I
Literally.
said you were like, yo, I didn't know if I wanted to do the radio, but it's crazy because I said right out the gate, just from me knowing you for so long, like everybody rocks with you. You can talk in any room. Everybody like knows you in some way, shape, or form. So I'm like, I think the radio is perfect because you can actually talk to a lot of people on a lot of different levels because you have a very wide spectrum of the Milwaukee, just the scene from music to politics to the streets to the everything. So like you have a really well-rounded knowledge, you know. And
Thank you, Philly.
Yeah, but I'm saying, so I think this is amazing because you're a voice that needs to be heard too, and you know, so I think it's dope.
That's
just
dope.
my opinion.
Thank you. I want to go back, right? Before we let's talk about accolades, things that you worked on, people. So obviously you work with the best of the best in the industry. From T.I. to Kendrick Lamar to Trey the Truth to everybody. Who is your favorite artist to work with of all time?
I had, Trey's like my big brother. Like Trey was the reason why I got into the industry, really, because I was filming a lot, but just independent, local, and not to say anything's wrong with that, but just to get on a national level is when I met Trey. Mm-hmm. And I met Trey like randomly through an artist from Milwaukee.
Can you do a Trey impression?
Hey, what up? Hey, stop playing games with me, Billy. Stop playing games. I got the illest Trey.
Shout out to Trey.
They did the Trey impersonation at Trey Day, and I had to stay back. I couldn't make it out this year, and they did Trey impersonation. No one did it good. I'm like, yo, I should have been there. I'd have crushed it.
He would have killed it.
So when I met Trey, that's kind of what I was talking about. When like the rubber hit the road, I was already moving, doing so many videos for local in Chicago and all around, kind of whatever, and even out of town. Mm-hmm. And when I met Trey, Trey's like a workaholic.
Yeah.
And Trey took me under his wing, and it went from like 0 to 100, but I was ready for it too.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Like I was prepared. I was in training camp for years in Milwaukee, just getting to it. So when I met Trey, and Trey just put me in literally like, I mean, that's how I know T.I., that's how I shot Kendrick, that's how I shot J. Cole, that's how I shot Wiz Khalifa, that's how I shot everybody. Yeah. That's how I met Mike Tyson. That's how I met Kevin Hart. That's how and filmed with all these people.
Yeah.
It's all through Trey.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was the meeting Trey, finding somebody that's as loyal and that will put me in a position like that, with Trey being who Trey is, but then my work ethic. So those things came together.
Yep.
And then it just went literally overnight. Like, and
so you are, to me, like a Trey of Milwaukee. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of people don't know that you have done the same thing for people here. Like literally, you have connected everybody with everybody. The first time we met, I shot a video call, you ain't on. And I got a call and he was like, hey, I like this video. I like this trap video.
The one where you're holding a dog with the mink coat on. I say, yo, this girl's fire. Yeah. I just hit you up like, yo.
I'm like, dang, this Philly. I'm like, oh man, somebody watching for real. But we did the pullover video, and I was thinking about how everybody used the front scene of the art museum, but you was like one of the first people. Like this is 2011,
and we brought a white Ferrari out and
a G-Wagon.
And a white G-Wagon.
Yes,
and that was again through a friend of a friend that knew the buddy with them cars, pulled a favor, and I said, yo, have him pull up for like 10 minutes.
Yes,
and then literally it went crazy. Like,
when that video dropped. And you hear the from the helicopter, I was like, oh, this next level. It most definitely was no videographer in Milwaukee doing videos at that level. And then fast forward. So
and now what year was that?
2012.
Okay, 2012.
Yep, that was 2012.
Yep.
Shout out to Business Boy on the beat. Biz was on the beat.
Business on that beach?
Yeah, yeah.
That's my guy. I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
that's
Biz
crazy.
did the beach. Shout out to Cool. Shout out to Cal G.
Man, that's crazy.
That was an amazing song, but I had
If
Homer.
y'all don't know, Business Boy's from Milwaukee. He's been a producer forever here, and now he's like literally
Grammy.
This dude's got every week he's posting gold and platinum records. Chris Brown and Friday and everybody. Dude's working with everybody.
Yes. So I had Homer up here yesterday. I was saying all of that to say I had Homer up here yesterday, and Homer obviously is someone who impacted my life. And you have as well. A lot of people don't know. You are the reason I met Trey. You connected when T-Pain and them wanted to do the Wisconsin Fest. You connected them with me. You connected Tip with me when he wanted to help with the Crystal Kaiser case.
Yep.
Anthony Pettis.
Yep.
Everybody. Everything. This is what you do. Whenever it's something that needs to be done, it's like, I know the person to call. I know what to do. This is who Philly is. This is his character. These are the things and stories behind scenes that people never hear about, right? How much work has gone into you pushing other artists and connecting them with people in the industry and not getting online, boasting and bragging about it. You just do it, right? It's natural for you. So I want to
forgot
publicly
about all
say
that stuff
thank
I
you.
hooked you up with. Hey, you owe me a lunch or something. I forgot I plugged you in like that.
Listen, like I get a call one day like, hey, I got T on the phone, like, for what? Not like that, but like what? Like, yeah, he want to help out with Crystal Kaiser case, or they trying to bring the Wisconsin Festival here, or Trey's doing this here, and it's like, let's get busy, Philly.
Craziest part about the T-Pain thing, and T-Pain's my guy, and I filmed with him a bunch of times, but his security guard didn't know who I was, and I got kicked out of that concert when I was supposed to go up and present T-Pain Day. His security guard, he thought I was some random bozo for some reason, and dog threw me out of the dang venue. Hey, dog threw me out the venue. I'm like, bro, I'm here. I got T-Pain today. Like, bro, what's going on?
What is you doing? But no, I wanted to publicly say thank you, Philly, for real, and we do appreciate you, and I want to give you your flowers because you do it so effortlessly, right? You don't ask for anything in return. You do it because you really want people from the crib to make it. And a lot of people don't know that. Like, you don't have to. You put in so much work, you literally could just leave and not want to do anything with anybody. But you continuously to come back and you stay rooted in Milwaukee and Rotate Me too. Yep. Connected with everybody.
Yeah.
Like,
I did. Oh, yeah, brought Rose.
Yeah. We did the event last year.
I think the biggest thing about it for me is, and that's why I do Philly Facts too, and it's kind of like an educational thing that I do, and sometimes it's long form, sometimes it's short form, but I always try to plug people in different situations because that's what happened to me. Trey did it to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like a lot of people just need that opportunity, and since we don't have a lot of that here, and I have access to a lot of things because I was given an opportunity, I feel like it's only right to kind of, and it's not something that I need to brag about or talk about. That doesn't do much for me. I don't really care about that. I just want to kind of give back the favor that I was given, when I got plugged in. I got put into the system, you know what I'm saying? I got put into the industry.
Yes.
So I'm like, that's all it is. And a lot of people don't know how to do that or which way to go about it. And since I've been blessed with that access, I feel like it's only right for me to extend that to other people.
So with that being said, how important is it for relationships? How important is it to have relationships with people?
I mean, and you know this with me and you too, we've done so many different things together, and it's never been no static, no headache, no lying, no weird stuff, nothing. So it's not just about relationships, but it's the kind of relationship and the integrity that people, you maintain throughout a relationship, and no matter what's going on, that you sustain that level of integrity, because a lot of people look at things like, oh, I'm only going to mess with this person for this little play, and that's it. When if you treat it correctly and do good business, that thing could grow into a 10-year relationship that could, because the thing about it is like they said, when the tide rises, all ships rise, or whatever that is. So I went to public school, so I might have said that wrong, but you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? When one ship rises, all of them rise.
Yeah.
So if you understand that concept, and I've seen that in Atlanta, I've seen it in LA, I've seen it in all these other markets. So I'm like, if Jazzy's doing good, that's my homegirl. We've always been solid. That means I'm going to do good.
Yeah.
Not because, oh, she's going to plug me in or whatever. But if she's doing good, her opportunities and her resources become bigger.
Yeah.
And if there is something that I need from her, she'll be able to help me out with that the same way I helped her out. So, and it takes time, and people don't have patience anymore.
Yeah.
It's patience, integrity. You put those things together and just be a good person at the end of the day. And the networking, I have jobs that I get calls for right now that I'm from a person I met 6 years ago, one time. And I get a call 6 years later, they're in a new position. They want to do something crazy, and they come spend a whole bunch of money with me.
Yeah.
And we start working now all the time. So it's like, because I was who I was 6 years ago, treated everybody with respect and integrity, and did what I was supposed to do when I said I was going to do what I was going to do. Now they're giving me a call back 6 years later. So don't underestimate the power of just being a good person, having good work, obviously solid business, and just having that integrity when you work with people.
Yes, you have, and I never see you complain. Like whether we're on set or whatever it is, like you just do the work.
Gratitude.
Like you would be surprised how many people are like a-holes for real, like straight assholes. You literally never complain. When I watch you in action, all I see you is just get to work. You don't switch up. You just, when people come around, like it's different. It's very different. And I'm glad that a lot of people, we had Ray Shotted on here, and he was talking about, some of the work that he's seen you do. So you're really a legend. Philly, like you're a pillar now. You unk.
No, I'm big unk. Hey, I'm big unk. Know that? I got the grays. Look at these grays coming in. I just said it on my video there. I said, ooh, boy, I got to keep it low.
Does it feel weird, like, looking back at everything you've done and seeing, like, how far we come? Like, yeah, we old now.
No, I love it. That's the point.
Yeah.
What, we supposed to never grow up? You know what I'm saying? I'm loving being in the position I'm in, because at the end of the day, like, you're going to get older. Cool. Yeah. You can't fight it. You know what I'm saying? And what's wrong with being 40 years old? Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? And you evolve as a person. And your pathway changes. Like, mine's changing. I'm doing more movie stuff now, commercial stuff, documentary stuff. I'm changing in what I do, but I still do music video. Yeah. Because it's a passion of mine and I like it. But at the end of the day, it's just like anything. Like any other job that you do, there's going to be a progression. There's might be, a change in your job. Mm-hmm. Everybody gets older. Everything changes. Life is life. Like, I'm not going to sit here and stress about something I can't control. I can't stop.
Absolutely.
Becoming unk. Okay, big unk.
Yeah, absolutely.
I am going to embrace the unkness. Okay.
We got Philly Flyboy in the building. When we come back, we're going to tap into some of your history, your work history, things you have worked on. Do not touch that. That was your girl, Jazz Tyler, 101.7 The Truth.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
At Milwaukee College Prep, we believe brilliance lives in every child. Here, students are challenged, supported, and celebrated every single day. With small class sizes, dedicated teachers, and a proven track record of academic excellence, MCP is helping Milwaukee kids reach their fullest potential. Enrollment is still open for grades K-3 through 8. Apply today. Give your child a school where they'll thrive. Visit mkuprep.com or call today. Milwaukee College Prep, brilliance lives here.
For 250 years, our armed forces have bravely served America. Wounded Warrior Project honors that legacy by supporting post-9/11 service members and veterans like Anthony, a Marine who was injured by a roadside bomb in Afghanistan.
They carried me through my injuries, not just my physical, but my mental. And seeing other vets doing the same thing helped me tell myself, hey, you can do this.
Join us in honoring warriors at woundedwarriorproject.org/America.
In the United States, a vehicle is stolen every 31 seconds. About as long as this message. Luckily, you can take a few easy steps to protect your car in the same amount of time. Remove your valuables, roll up your windows, don't leave your car running unattended, lock your doors, and take your keys or fob. If you have information about a crime, call the police. If you suspect insurance fraud, also call 800-TEL-NICB. A public service message from the National Insurance Crime Bureau.
I always had to be so good, no one could ignore me. Carve my path with data and drive. But some people only see who I am on paper. The paper ceiling, the limitations from degree screens to stereotypes that are holding back over 70 million stars. Workers skilled through alternative routes, rather than a bachelor's degree. It's time for skills to speak for themselves. Find resources for breaking through barriers at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
I'm Chris Jakimick. I served in the United States Air Force and I deployed 3 times. So in 2017, I was serving as an Air Force First Sergeant. Our motto in that role is my job is people, everyone is my business. But unfortunately in that year, I would lose my own brother, Lance Corporal Adam Jakimick, to suicide. The majority of veteran suicides are from guns. I store my weapons securely, not only for myself, but for my family. Store all your guns securely. Help stop suicide. My service never stops.
Brought to you by End Family Fire and the Ad Council.
101.7 The Truth. It's your girl, Jazz Tyler. We are live and direct. American Family Insurance is a proud sponsor of The Truth. For almost 100 years, they've been committed to helping families protect what matters most: your home, your vehicle, and the dreams you are building every single day. And if you are part of the Truth audience, you already know you work hard for yours. That's why having the right protection in place matters. American Family helps you stay ready for whatever life brings so you can focus on moving forward. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly with American Family Insurance. Get a quote or find an agent at amfam.com. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SIN. Its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin, Milwaukee. Happy Tuesday. We got legendary Philly Flyboy in the building.
Today's Tuesday?
Today is Taco Tuesday.
Come on.
Yes, it is. Philly.
Yes,
walk
ma'am.
us through.
How are we doing? Talk to me. Let's get these questions going.
Walk us through your journey. So I know that you started with Trey. What was
I definitely didn't start with Trey.
Well, not started with Trey, but industry-wise.
When it went 100 miles per hour. Yeah. True.
So you've done Departments with T.I. You've shot videos.
And Departments too.
Let's run down your accolades, right?
And Departments too.
And Departments too. That's coming out.
I just did another one with Tip and Terrence J. Oh, I don't even know. They switched the name of the movie. We just did a premiere of it at ABFF down in Miami. It's like American Black Filmmaking.
Operation Hope.
Yeah, no, that one. The Operation Hope. I was just a camera on that. There was somebody else directing. So a lot of times, 90% of the time, I'm shooting and directing. Sometimes I get hired just to film other people's stuff.
Okay.
So that movie, I literally just filmed. I didn't edit. I didn't direct. I didn't do anything. I was just literally running cam on that one.
Okay, so let me ask you this, because I know we had last year we did the actors workshop class, and a lot of people don't understand that directing and producing and the different things. When
and
it
I
comes
didn't
to
either
film.
for the longest. I didn't know that a director didn't do what the producer does, and I didn't know that there was a lighting crew and team and all that stuff, and that information is more readily available now, but when I was coming up, I didn't understand the difference between those things, so I kind of was doing everything. So producing, obviously, if someone comes to you and says, hey, we want Lamborghini driving on the freeway on the home bridge with the city behind it, and we want a drone shot of it. Okay, so then the producer goes and finds the Lamborghini, sees what time of the day we can film it so we're not in traffic or whatever, or if we need a permit, if you got money and you want to do it legit, not be running from the police. Yeah, and so the producer puts it all together, and then he or she basically talks to the director and says, okay, cool, we couldn't get the red Lamborghini like the artist wanted. They only have a yellow one, so then they make that decision. And so it's basically whatever the vision is of the director, the producer goes and gets it, but then the producer also manages the budget as well, and then makes sure that the rest of the team is in place for everything that's needed. So you basically, the director would more than likely, like when a music video, you don't always have a producer, This is like if you have a budget and sometimes you got to do everything as the director. You got to film it, you got to edit it, you got to produce it, you got to do everything.
Got you.
And that's like when someone's like, I'm a videographer, that basically, when people say that to me, I'm like, oh yeah, they produce, they light it, they edit it, they do everything, right?
Yeah.
But like when you go into like sets, right, and you got a budget, everything's kind of like individual, right? Which I don't really like. I don't like that because
Yeah.
I'm so used to doing so
Everything,
much stuff.
yeah.
I feel like I'm not doing enough if I'm just directing, even though I've done it a bunch of times. But I'm still looking for ways to kind of get more involved. But as a director, you're basically like, you're not really dealing with any of the actual production side of things.
Yeah.
Your producer is. So you're not dealing with like camera, you're not dealing with any of that stuff. You're just literally there for creative and direction.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I know guys that are directors that don't even know how to turn cameras on. They're that kind of director. Like they
Got you.
just direct.
Yeah.
And that wasn't a world I came from. So when I got around people like that, and I'm like, yo, the director doesn't know what cameras are, what lenses are, doesn't know how to edit any of this stuff. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. I know how to do everything.
Yeah.
But that's why I said it was a good thing for me because I knew all these different roles.
Yeah.
So like for instance, I just did with Tip and Terrence J. Tip was directing it, and I was basically his creative consultant. So I basically directed a lot of it with Tip. And I was just directing. We had a full crew, we had a producer, we had, multiple people on set. And I mean, that was probably one of the bigger sets I've been on for like a feature film.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was nice because it was the first time I was able to just direct, just be creative.
Yeah.
And I was able to like me and Terrence J got real close on set because, he wanted to kind of do something a little different with this role and be a little bit more, comedic, but also have some deep moments. And he was trying to just, flex a little different. So me and him working together and talking together and him telling me what he was trying to do.
Yeah.
And then me making that happen for him and me finding, and bouncing ideas off of each other. It was good because a lot of the times I don't have the opportunity to really dive deep into that portion of the directing side of things
Right.
where you get to know the actors and you get to, really try to bring the best out of them and all that other stuff. Like I direct and I deal with actors and stuff, but just having an amount of time to really connect with the actors.
Yeah.
When you're just directing, you can do that.
Yep.
When you're directing, producing, lighting, running cams,
no time.
It's a little bit, more difficult. And I just did it. So on the flip side of that, right before I did the movie with T.I. and Terrence, I did my own movie, shot with just one camera, me, and my guy Corey was running audio.
Shout out to Corey Piper.
Yeah, so Corey's like a little switchblade, or a pocket knife, switchblade.
Yeah.
I went to public school. But he's like a pocket knife. He can do everything. So he did audio on set, and I directed it, I produced it, I co-wrote it. The concept of the movie was based off of a situation that the lead actor was in, and I turned it into a story, and then we handed it over to a writer. So, it was like I was everything on that set, lighting, and I'm editing it right now. And that's great. I love it. It feels like my baby. Is great. But the problem with it is when you're doing all that stuff, like I said, there's those certain things that you can't always connect with the actors. Now, in this situation, it was nice because I knew better, so I knew better.
Yeah.
I kept the cast real tight. It was 3 people in the whole movie, 3 main characters.
So it made it easier for you to be able to multitask.
Yep. So that's because I seen that on other sets where the budget ain't right, the crew ain't right, and then they got 15, 20, 30 cast members, and it's like, yo, it's
too much.
It's too much. You can't get creative. You're just trying to, shoot as fast as you can, get it in the bag, make sure no one starts tripping, and keep it moving. And that's not good. So when you're doing the indie stuff, keeping it tight, keeping it minimal, you can do these multi-producing, putting it all together, directing it on set, and then editing it, and then also working with your actors if you keep it tight. That's kind of like the cheat code for the indie stuff. Like, keep it tight, 1 or 2 main characters, minimal amounts of locations, no public spaces where you got to get permits and all this. Keep it, stuff that you have access to.
So what is it about directing that just made you fall in love with it?
It's weird because really, to be honest with you, my love is
music.
It's holding the camera.
Wow. Okay.
I
can see that.
I love holding the camera. Because I, like I said, I do photography. I've always been into art. So composition, framing up scenes, seeing it on camera, putting together the lighting so I know how it looks and all that stuff. That's what, and then when I get what I want, I see the shot, that's like, it feels like, it's like watching your kid, make his first basketball shot in the game. That's the feeling I get. And then my second love is editing.
Okay.
And that's something that I love, just to be locked in, leave me alone. Got 7 Red Bulls on the table. Like, I ain't showered in 3 days because I ain't left the space. Because real editors know when you catch the creative vibe, you cannot get up.
It's a wrap.
Because the second you get up, it will be gone. So that's why I say that, because sometimes if I'm on a movie edit, and you're talking 12-hour days of editing.
Yeah.
And obviously you have to get up, but you really try to minimize anything else happening.
Yeah.
Because once you catch a creative vibe and you lock it in, you
don't want to miss that
it's
beat.
Fragile though.
Yeah.
That creative vibe can go poof
real
quick. Hey, you don't care what's going on. You're trying not to get up from that desk because once you do, it could take a day or two, a couple days sometimes to get back into that vibe.
You're the first person I heard say that they love to edit.
I love
it. It seemed like a lot of videographers or
my favorite
directors is like it takes a lot.
Yeah,
to edit.
But that's the thing. Like a lot of the times, with most people, there is a huge discretion between what they like and what they don't like about the process, right? And for me, I really do truly enjoy every part of there's really not a part of the process that I dislike besides writing treatments.
Yeah.
I don't like writing treatments at all. I hate it because I overthink it always.
And it don't come out how you want it to because you're going to think of new things during the process anyways.
It's not even like that for me. It's literally like I have the idea.
Yeah.
Like I know exactly what it is. And then when I get into it, I'll hit a road bump. Like I'll say, I want to film it at the 3rd Street Market, right?
Yeah.
And then I'll find out it's under construction.
Gotcha.
And then my whole idea, I'm like, I had the whole idea at the 3rd Street Market, and it's closed for the next month because they're redoing the Wi-Fi in that joint. And I'm like, oh my, like
it's a wrap.
And then the reason why that crushes me is because I already see the whole video.
Yeah.
And that's the perfect location. I'm a huge locations guy.
Yeah.
Like I just did a video with Sammy. We went out to Twin Lakes, Colorado, which is like 4 hours outside of Denver.
Uh-huh.
So I got all these black folks with me in the middle of nowhere. They're like, yo, this is what we get for getting a white director, okay? Hey,
in the mountains.
Hey, literally. But Sammy, Sam, I don't know if you know Sammy, but Sammy's kind of like an earth child. Like he's a tree hugging, like, fresh
nature.
Air and water. Yeah, he's that guy. But so he was loving it, but it was funny because, we're climbing and it's snowing and there's literally like bald eagles soaring over our heads and moose running around. It was crazy. But that location, I don't care if it took 4 hours to get there. I don't care if the artist doesn't want to go there. Like we're going.
Yeah.
And the second they see the first shot, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, we're good. Like I know why we came here now.
Yeah. And that's the visionary. That's why you have to be the visionary. We have Philly Flyboy in the building. We got to go to break to pay some bills. When we come back, we're going to talk about sacrifices, some of the things you have to go through in order to become who you are today. Do not touch that dial. It's your girl, Jazz Tyler, 101.7 The Truth.
I'm Sherwin Hughes, and I know the power of Stars and Stripes Honor Flight firsthand. As someone who's been on an honor flight, I can tell you it's a day you'll never forget. Stars and Stripes Honor Flight gives our oldest veterans who served in any location in June of 1975 or earlier a free one-day trip to Washington, D.C. for veterans. Airfare, meals, a coach bus tour, and special flight apparel are all included. It's a day of honor, gratitude, and camaraderie. Veterans who served in the Vietnam or Korean War go to flysshf.org and ask for an application.
Every day, Veolia and MMSD work together to ensure that Milwaukee's water system exceeds the high standard it's held to, protecting Lake Michigan and its rivers that run through our neighborhoods. That's 220 local employees who care about their jobs, running a system that's earned national recognition for excellent performance. But they don't do it alone. They're supported by locally owned small businesses, women-owned businesses, and minority-owned businesses. For 18 years, making our waterways cleaner all the time. Veolia, Milwaukee values, committed to its future.
And here's Heather with the weather.
Well, it's beautiful out there, sunny and 75, almost a little chilly in the shade. Now, let's get a read on the inside of your car. It is hot. You've only been parked a short time and it's already 99 degrees in there. Let's not leave children in the back seat while running errands. It only takes a few minutes for their body temperatures to rise, and that could be fatal.
Cars get hot, fast, and can be deadly. Never leave a child in a car. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Babes, what are you doing?
What? I'm just mowing the lawn.
No, it's blazing hot and dry out here. Don't you remember? Smokey Bear says.
Avoid using power equipment when it's windy or dry.
Where'd you learn this?
Oh, it's on
SmokeyBear.com with many other wildfire prevention tips.
Right. Thanks, honey bear.
'Cause remember, only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
When a warrior faces adversity, he fights through it. He finds a way. Freedom isn't free. Rolling strong. Belief. Believe you can, and you will.
Wheelchairs for Warriors provides mobility solutions to veterans and first responders injured in the line of duty. Join the mission and visit wheelchairsforwarriors.org.
Yeah, she grew up in the deep end where the sharks be. I'm on the highway and I'm finna come through. She got me finna miss whatever it cost me. My little mommy's a fantasy.
101.7 The Truth. It's your girl Jazz Tyler. Get ready. 101.7 The Truth Family Fest is back. Join us Saturday, August 22nd from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Riverside University High School for free back-to-school resources, live entertainment, family activities, and community fun. Vendors and sponsors can reserve a spot by visiting truthfamilyfest.com or by emailing Sierra, CIERRA.brown@MilwaukeeBlackMedia.com. Proudly sponsored by Educators Credit Union, American Family Insurance, Milwaukee Public Schools, artists working in education, and Incision. Milwaukee, we got legendary Philly Flyboy in the building.
Yo, you cold at the commercials. You don't be messing up at all. I'm waiting for you to mess up. And you're like, today at Summer Jam Kids Festival.
I'm auditioning for the next movie,
you're
Philly.
fired. You know lines. You can remember lines.
I promise you I can. I got
Was
some
that B
guys.
Justice that you were just playing?
Was that B Justice?
Was that B Justice?
Yep.
Yeah, and Troy Tyler.
Yeah,
You just did his video
I just
then.
was shooting with B earlier today. He got because B be rapping about his real life, so he be flipping houses in Milwaukee.
Yeah, I seen him on the side of a house.
Yeah, I'm saying that's his rehab. He just bought that crib and he's throwing siding on it right now. So he was like, "Hey, bro, I got a song about like flipping houses, or like he references it in a record." And he was like, "I want to do this little shot over there."
Yeah.
So I was just over there. That was on. It's like 42nd and Hampton over there. We were filming. All the neighbors are coming out like, "Yo, what the hell y'all doing over there?"
I just seen that he had some overalls on, shirt off.
He came with the all eyes on me.
I seen him. So, Philly, you have so many accolades. You've done so many amazing things around not just the country, but the world in general, and work with some of the best of the best. What are some of the sacrifices you had to go through that people are not familiar with?
I mean, being away from pretty much everything. Everything's negotiable in my life. Thanksgivings, Christmases, whatever. I would ultimately at the end of the day, I try to balance it by like if I miss something important, I try when I come back, I try to spend that extra time with family and all that stuff. The problem is when you come back, now it's editing time and you got the client blowing you up when is the edit coming back. So it's like, it's that like you want to try to get to it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just balancing, but what's been really good for me is, my immediate circle, everybody knows like, yo, this is they know what it takes to kind of get in the industry and do what I do and they get it. So no one really I've never had a real issue with no one ever holding it against me, but I know what it does. I mean, people ain't gonna say it, but my family, my daughter, things like that. Like, she stopped crying when me leaving pretty quickly because I was leaving all the time.
Yeah, so she got used to it.
Yeah, but at first, like she still gets sad when I gotta go out of town, which is all the time still. But a lot of times now she's a little bit older, so I bring her with me sometimes. Like I was just in Atlanta with her, and now she likes it because she feels like she knows what I'm doing. And then I do acting with my daughter too, so I'll film her.
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah, and then we don't put it out. It's not like, we're not putting it on YouTube or anything, but like I'll show her and then I'll let her run the camera. And then she's really interested in like how it all works and she likes to act and I'll have her act like family members.
Yeah.
Because you gotta understand, like, hey, yo, listen, my family is like, we're Polish and we're weird as hell. Like, everybody got a crazy person. My mom is nuts, certified, like in a good way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, my mom is like literally. That's why I get along with black people so well. Like, black aunties love me because they can't offend me.
Yeah.
They gonna light me up. Hey, cause my mom, my grandma, everybody, because I'm Polish. Polish people are nuts. So I'm saying, so like all my family's got crazy personalities. So that's how my daughter, I'm like, yo, act like Uncle Ben.
Yeah.
And she'll go crazy. Act like grandma. And she'll go crazy with it. And she nails it too. She knows everybody.
The impersonations.
Everyone's got big personalities in my family.
That's so dope. That's dope. So when you first started in Milwaukee, who were some of the artists that you were working with?
So I had I had my own team, and it's funny that you say like bringing people together too, because it was South Side versus North Side, and there was no South Side. There really was no South Side music scene. So I remember we got with Ray Rizzy, and Rizzy came over by us on the South Side, and then that pretty much got all of us to go to the North Side. I remember we came into questions like 40 Puerto Ricans deep. Me and like the whole South Side went into questions, and it was like, when the record scratched.
Yeah, it is stop.
If you know questions, you know it. Yeah, exactly. It was that kind of action.
Yeah.
But then Rizzy was on the mic like, yo, that's my people, da-da-da. So everybody chilled out. They thought we was in there about to, like, something about to go down.
Yeah.
Like,
where they coming from?
Why is there 40 Puerto Rican dudes walking in through the door right now?
Yeah.
So it was like one of those things where Rizzy kind of brought us to the north. We brought him to the south. I had Rizzy in all the little, crazy clubs over on the south side. And then that's when I met New Styles, and that's when I started meeting with with everybody, And the thing about it was like when you see like the two dogs barking from the side of the fence, and then the fence moving, and they're like, oh, like that's what it was, like North Side versus South Side, because it's white versus black kind of, you know what I'm saying? And then when we came together, we were like, oh, everybody
It
cool,
works.
everybody cool.
Yeah.
And then I got all the Puerto Ricans, Dominicans with me too, and it's just that like ignorance of not understanding other people and just coming up with these ideas in your head that like, oh, black folks or white folks are like this or whatever. And then when we came together, and it was like, it was like some kumbaya moments, because we were on the north side all the time. We had all Rizzy and a bunch of other people coming over to the south side, and it was all love, and it was all rooted in music though.
Yeah.
And that's like the power of music, which goes, music is just universal. It doesn't have a color, which is dope. And I saw that in real time.
Yeah.
Where when we started connecting both sides of the city, and that was really dope to me. I'd already been doing that because I play ball, so I hooped all over the city. So for me, I was always all over the place. I would go wherever the games were at. Like if there was people outside playing, we would play. But then to bring that into the music space, and I see that now too, especially in Milwaukee. I love it because we've always been so segregated and whatever. So the fact that music and nightlife and just dancing and having a good time, like Mondo, like DJ Mondo, like who's got everybody. When you see a Mondo party, it's white girls, black girls, Asian girls, it's everybody, and they're all having a good time, vibing. And I'm like, yo, that's dope, because again, it's music.
Yep.
It's having a good time, and it's music and the power of music. I mean, music changed my life. You know what I'm saying? So for me to see that in the city, though, specifically, and to have that experience where I was able to kind of conjoin South Side with North Side and be a part of that process on the music side of things is dope. And it's good to see that that's still happening.
Yeah. I actually I gotta find it. I got a song with Philly singing on a hook.
Man, that's gotta be.
Come on, man.
I was probably, well, that's the thing.
Reckless Diamonds.
Oh,
remember?
Yeah. But I'm saying you were so geeked up because I would just cut records. I would cut them for other people, though. I was just writing songs.
Yeah.
So, because when I would have downtime at the studio, I would write, I would make beats, I would sing hooks for other people, I would write different songs for other people, and I would send them, and people would be like, man, you should just stay on it. And I'm like, bro, I don't do music no more. When I stopped doing music when I was like 18.
Man, that song was I was like, oh my gosh. Didn't even know. Then you hit me with the graphics on.
Yeah.
I was like, come on, Philly, let's go. What is one thing about the old culture, the old Milwaukee, the culture from the old Milwaukee that you miss, that you don't see today?
That I don't see today. I actually think I love the progression of Milwaukee. I think the new generation, Just all the different guys that are coming up from Big Frank and Selly and Chicken, and all these guys, like I don't know, they just figure out like they just feel like Milwaukee.
Yeah,
these dudes just feel like Milwaukee, and they represent it very well. I just shot some stuff with Selly. I haven't shot with Frank, but me and him have talked a couple times. I always try to reach out to everybody and just kind of extend an open door kind of policy.
Mm-hmm.
Shot with Chicken, all these guys, and they just, I don't know. There's like a Milwaukee essence that has not changed from my generation to the new generation. It's different, for sure.
Yeah.
But there's like that thing where like you can just identify like, yo, these dudes are from Milwaukee.
Yeah.
How they talk, how they, because like I think one of the biggest characteristics of Milwaukee is we will roast you.
Yeah.
And then we will beat you up and rob you at the same time if you get out of line. You know what I'm saying? Like we'll be the nicest person you've ever met, and then things can go the wrong way too. But that's like, as long as there's respect and it's all love, like it's all good. And then, but like we'll roast you out the gate.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
And Milwaukee dudes can take getting roasted too.
Yeah.
All it is like a challenge. Like, yo, I got you. But like I do it out of town.
Yeah.
When people introduce me to other people, I get to frying them right out the gate.
Yeah.
Like I'm
where you from?
Yo, people get offended.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh no, that's just how we say what's up. And they're like, dog, you just fried my shoes and tore my whole outfit and said I look, like whatever. And I'm like, oh yeah, no, it's not even no person. But like it's crazy because like I didn't realize that was a Milwaukee thing until I got out of Milwaukee.
Yeah.
And started moving around, and I'm roasting crazy. I roast Tip, Trey, I roast our major artists. Like, yo, I'm on set frying guys. Yeah. And people are like looking at me like, yo, what's dude on? Like he tripping.
Is you crazy?
Yeah. And now people just know it's me.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like initial first impressions, like, yo, people they don't not get the whole Milwaukee, like, yo,
we ribbon.
And then you can't say ribbon because no one knows ribbon
what
outside.
It means.
Yeah, like ribs, what are you talking about? Ribbon? You're ripping something? Like, what are you talking about? I'm like, yo, bro, it's
okay.
Yeah. Dookies, bubbler, and ribbing cannot be said outside of Milwaukee.
They have no clue.
No one will know what's going on.
They have no clue whatsoever. We got Philly Flyboy in the building. When we come back, we are going to catch up and see what you got going on today, Philly. It's your girl, Jazz Tyler, 101.7 The Truth.
Educators Credit Union is more than a place to manage your money. They're where your financial possibilities take shape. They're more than transactions. They're conversations about your financial goals. More than numbers, they're community advocates who support free, local events that are accessible to all. They foster community because we are stronger together. Educators Credit Union is people helping people. Become a member at ECU.com. Insured by NCUA. Membership eligibility required.
Here's the deal. We gotta set ourselves up. See, retirement is the long game. We gotta make moves and make them early. Set up goals. Don't worry about a setback. Just save up and stack up to reach them. Let's put ourselves in the right position. Pre-game to greater things.
Start building your retirement plan at thisispretirement.org. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
For 75 years, the Muscular Dystrophy Association's voices have thundered through the halls of Congress.
For 75 years, we've willed the impossible into existence.
For 75 years, the MDA community has pushed the science,
shifted the narrative, and established the field of neuromuscular medicine.
And until that day when this is all a thing of the past,
you couldn't stop us if you tried.
Join us and celebrate 75 years of breakthroughs at MDA75.org.
Talking about guns with others might not always feel comfortable, but it could save a life. Here's a way to start a conversation. Your family is going over to your neighbor's home for dinner for the first time. How would you ask if there are any unlocked guns in the home?
Hey, we're so excited for tonight. Before we come over, though, may I ask if there are any unlocked guns in your home?
Our guns are stored securely, locked in a safe that the kids can't access.
Awesome.
Learn how to have the conversation at agreetoagree.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Wherever there's a need in our communities, there's a united way. Improving lives so everyone can thrive. Where more people can gain access to healthcare and nutritious food for their tables. Where more community members can benefit from financial education and get connected to local resources for housing support. And where children are given more chances to reach their full potential. community is where we find our strength and where we share our hope. United is the way. Visit unitedway.org.
Are people around me safe when I vape? Science does not support that belief. Exhaled vape emissions linger in the air, affecting indoor air quality and bystanders in the same space through secondhand exposure. Vaping emissions can also accumulate on clothes, hair, dust, and furniture, leading to exposure risks to bystanders of all ages. And vaping around a pregnant person can lead to serious health impacts on fetal and childhood development. Enough with the puff. Learn more at ul.org/vaping.
So the big thing there. Give me all your trust, give me all your honesty. If your heart got knocked, baby, then you got
101.7 The Truth. It's your girl Jazz Tyler. We are live and direct, and we got my player partner, Philly Flyboy, in the building.
Got that Corey Piper and Sean Kingston on.
He going crazy.
Hey, come
Played
on.
the Be Justice.
I'm saying, you know that joint was, I think it's at a couple million streams right now. That song did crazy. The story of that song is crazy.
Shout out to the whole team.
Hey, we thought Sean Kingston finessed us on that, and then it was the opposite of the finesse. But it was.
So it was a good thing.
We thought it was a finesse.
Yeah.
Because he took 2 years to give us that record back.
Whoa.
We paid him, and then he took 2 years, and it felt like he was kind of spinning us and finessing us and whatever. But Corey was getting all pumped up. Oh, man, what, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But Sean always answered the phone.
Yeah.
And now little did a lot of people know that my first ever big exposure to the music industry, I was on tour with Sean Kingston, Justin Bieber, and Nicki Minaj way prior to this record.
That's crazy.
Sean didn't remember me, though.
Yeah.
And I didn't even bring it up around him. Like when I came around him with the record, you know, and me and Corey were doing the record with him, I didn't even bring it up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't think he remembered me, and I didn't bring it up.
Yeah.
I only did 2 tour dates with him, but I was literally.
But you did it.
Yeah. But I'm saying, and Sean Kingston, I have video on the thing where he shot Philly Flyboy, the best videographer in the world, literally. So, long story short, it took 2 years to send this record back. Corey's getting mad. He's getting like, man, what's up, bro? He took my money, he ain't doing nothing. And I'm like, yo, but he keeps answering the phone.
Yeah.
Someone who's ducking you and dodging you like
Ain't
that,
gonna
they ain't gonna
answer.
answer on the first ring every time we hit, and FaceTime.
Right.
Like FaceTiming.
Yeah.
So no lie, out of nowhere, 2 years after Corey gave him the record, he sends the record over. Now, Corey sent him this demo that was real light because he didn't want to overly tell Sean Kingston what to do.
Yeah.
So he kind of gave him like, yo, this is kind of what I'm thinking, da-da-da. Sean sends over like this whole produced, he rewrote that. Sean wrote that whole hook. You hear the ad-libs on there, the mix down on there. Like, it's phenomenal.
Yeah. He took the time.
Yo, but he rewrote it, redid it, all that stuff, and he did it for the player pricing.
That's
So-
fire.
And I told Corey this too, and this was something that he had to learn because he didn't have a lot of experience in the industry. I said, yo, bro, you gotta understand, like he gave, and now really the craziest part, he only paid him $5,000 for that.
That's not bad.
No, that's
not
for Sean
bad at all.
Kingston. When
Yeah.
you think about it, top 40
Yeah.
hit to Sean Kingston. Sean did it off the love, and I said, bro, it's Sean Kingston.
Yeah.
He liked your music. That's why he did it for the plug price,
Mhm.
right? But it's not going to be his priority. He's a busy dude. He's moving around. He's doing it. When he literally has absolutely nothing else to do, he'll probably sit down and do this. But you got to be patient, bro. He
Yes.
just plugged you in. And then Corey did. Corey chilled out. He got the record back, and then it just went ballistic. Like, it's a couple, 3-4 million views now. It's one of Corey's biggest records ever.
Yeah.
And Sean went crazy, rewrote the hook, and sent the most beautiful vocals. Like, everything was stemmed out. Everything was, like, super well recorded.
Professional.
Yeah, like crazy. And rewrote the whole hook. So, I mean, he did his thing. So, Sean Kingston wrote it, put it together, ad-libs, layers on layers of vocals, like super fire.
Speaking of the process of working with artists, what's one thing you learned working with artists that no one talks about?
I think the biggest thing is, you know, people meet a representative of the artist,
Mhm.
right? And then as you work with an artist, you start, you know, getting familiar with that artist. And I think the biggest reason why a lot of artists mess with me
Mhm.
real tough is I know when, you know, how to handle the artist, right?
Right.
And it's picking up on cues and kind of trying to understand the artist too, and knowing what they like and saying it. So if you hear, like, for instance, the label says, hey, we want them to be, swimming in the ocean and this other stuff. And I know the artist is a girl and I know her. I'm like, yo, she ain't going in the water with her hair.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She's not doing that. I already know because I know every time I filmed with her, she's real particular about how her hair looks.
Yeah.
She's real hair driven. Everything needs to be perfect. She's combing it all the time. She ain't doing no ocean shot. And I'll speak up for her. Like, nah, we ain't doing the ocean. We'll do it on the beach, but we ain't doing the ocean. And then she'll be, oh, yeah, no, we're dead. I don't want to do that. Thank you, Philly, for like kind of like not letting the label like run over. You know what I'm saying? And that's because I pay attention and I watch things and stuff like that. So there's human, there is a human in there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even the meanest artist, the best artist, whatever it is.
Who's the artist you work with where things just got heated on set?
Wale.
Really?
Yeah, Wale.
I can see that.
Yeah, not in no bad way, but it was a weird situation, and Wale kind of got thrown into the situation. It was a video with Trey for I'm On, and once we got like going and he saw what it was, he was cool. But I think he came into it thinking like, yo, what am I even like? What's going on here?
Yeah.
We had him pull up on some random like, yo, come over. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like he got kind of spicy off the rip. And it was real awkward at first.
Yeah.
And then once it got going, it was good.
Okay.
And you, again, like I always put myself in the artist's shoe, right?
Yeah.
So I ain't even trip. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't even trip. Right out the gate, I came out, I was like, all right, bro, hey, we going to do it like this. He's like, hey, my man, who have you ever shot for before?
Yeah.
That was he didn't say hello. He asked me who I shot for.
Yeah.
So he little dogs me out the gate.
Yeah.
I never even met this dude. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like already like, what? Well, I'm like, all right, let's just keep it moving.
Yeah.
Because you got to understand, once you're around artists a lot, you start understanding why they say no to certain things or why you see them maybe in a bad mood or whatever like this, because people just harass these people. It's crazy. Like there's a lot of people that show respect, but there are so many people that just disrespectfully harass these people and expect them to just do whatever they ask.
Yep.
And there's moments where the artist breaks or they don't want to be around things and they don't want to go to stuff. And I've noticed that with a lot of different artists I've worked with. Sometimes they're ready to do whatever, shake everyone's hand, sign in every autograph, and other times it's like, nah, I'm not doing none of this.
Yeah.
And then that's when they get the bad press. For me, I'm like, yo, put myself in their shoes. I kind of see the scenario and just reading the talent. Reading the talent is a huge bonus as a director. Reading talent, kind of seeing, body language and things like that. If they look awkward, they feel awkward, that's where you step in as a director and pull them out and find out what's going on so that you can get the best performance out of them. And if it could be something simple.
Yes.
It could be something very simple. So a low-key director attribute that everyone should do is pay attention to your talent, not just thinking that they're a robot that gets in front of the camera and is going to perform at 100% every time. Watching what's going on. They got comfortable shoes on. Like they got water. Are they overheating? Is the sun blasting them? You know what I'm saying? Are they getting hot? Get someone to put an umbrella on them. Like things like that. And you're gonna get that's how it does you a favor because it's gonna give them the best performance that they can do, which makes your product look better, which makes them love the product that you shot for them.
And they'll keep coming back.
And that's it. So pay attention to your talent. Pay attention to body language and just verbal stuff and just really dialing that in. And that can help you as a director, like, tremendously.
If you could direct one person in history, living or deceased, that you haven't worked with, who would it be?
I'm a mob guy. I'm a big mafia guy.
Yeah.
So it would definitely be, it would be the Pacinos. It would be, the Ray Liotas. It would be the mob guys. I watch Sopranos. This is a little Philly fact that not a lot of people know. I watch Sopranos while I edit.
Okay.
So I edit all the time.
Yeah.
I've watched Sopranos from beginning to end probably 400 times.
Whoa.
Literally not exaggerating, 400
Yeah.
times. So because I love Sopranos so much and I like to have something else kind of on in the room and I can't listen to a podcast because then I'll be listening to the podcast and I need to be focused on the edit.
Yeah.
I've watched Sopranos so many times that I don't need to fully listen to it or watch it. And I don't care if I miss 20 minutes of it by not paying attention because I've already seen it so many times.
Yeah.
So Sopranos is my editing.
It's a part of the process.
It's crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah, I bought the whole series on YouTube. So I just go onto my YouTube account and just fire it up. It's literally that's my Philly fact that a lot of people don't know. I have Sopranos on at all times. All times.
So let's do a lightning round before you get out of here.
Let's get it.
What's your favorite movie?
Look at I'm on season 2, episode 10 right now.
Come on now.
From yesterday. I was editing yesterday. I swear. Hey.
What's your favorite movie?
Oh yeah, we just said it. Goodfellas.
Goodfellas. Okay.
Goodfellas is my favorite movie. Then Casino. Then Godfather 1.
Who's your favorite director?
Favorite director? I would say, oh man, I mean it's got to be Scorsese.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean these are like very obvious things, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that would be Scorsese for sure.
Best advice you've ever received?
Best advice I've ever received is you're a man, no one gives a damn. Keep it moving. This doesn't apply to the females.
Yeah.
But as a man, it's a wrap. And the other good thing, the second best part of advice that I got from my grandfather was education costs money.
It sure do.
And he's not talking about going to college. Okay, education costs money. So every time I blow $400 and some don't work out, like I buy something that I think is gonna work for my camera or something, and it break or whatever it is, and I blow $400 on something, I think of my grandpa saying, "You just paid $400 to learn that wasn't the right thing to do. Don't do it again. You just spent $400 on that education."
Yo, you got any shout outs, Philly?
I mean, for me, I think, everybody knows, if you know me, you know who I mess with, as far as like, I deal with everybody in the city. What instead of shouting individuals out, I think the biggest thing, and I've already shouted Trey out and Tip and Corey and B Justice and all these guys. One of the things I talked about was that I like to keep an open door policy for other artists, producers, directors, anything kind of in the arts world in Milwaukee. So I'd like to just openly say that. Like, feel free to DM me, Philly Flyboy on Instagram. Instagram is my favorite platform, so just DM me on there if you got questions about stuff or just, something that maybe you want to know a little bit more about and you think I might know that,
Yeah.
And then just follow me, too, because I post a lot of the Philly Facts content, and I talk a lot about, my experience in the industry, and I educate through that way, too. So
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Philly, for all that you do. Thank you for pulling up on us. Be sure that you follow him on social media. When we come back, we're going to tap back into some who played an important role in your life. It's your girl, Jazz Tyler. Do not touch that dial. 101.7 The Truth.
Milwaukee business owners, this is your moment. Every Friday at 8 a.m., call in to 101.7 The Truth for What the Business Is. Tell us what your business is, where you're located, and one thing you've learned along the way. What the Business is powered by We Energies, delivering the energy that powers local business. Fridays at 8 a.m. on 101.7 The Truth. Fridays at 8 a.m. on 101.7 The Truth.
Looking for a place to shop that offers a fair market price? You need to visit Century Food Store on 92nd and Lisbon Avenue. This week, buy Vanderkemp fish sticks or fillets for $4.99. St. Louis style ribs for $2.49 a pound. Seedless watermelon for $3.99 each. Essential everyday butter quarters, 2 for $5. Frito-Lay Lays or kettle cooked chips, Munchies or rose gold pretzels, 2 for $5. And cherry pie for $5.99. So what you waiting for? You can also order groceries through DoorDash, Uber Eats, and Instacart, or stop by Century Foods at 92nd and Lisbon Avenue today.
My mom has decided to learn to paint, and she's good.
My dad's now into creative cuisine, and I've already put on 6 pounds.
Learning new things comes with age.
My mom, she started forgetting my name and what we're talking about.
Forgetting well-known things doesn't. Memory loss may be a sign of Alzheimer's disease. Early detection gives you and your loved one time to plan for the future. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's at 10signs.org. Brought to you by the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Reading aloud to children sharpens their listening skills, expands their vocabularies, and nurtures a lifelong love of reading. That's why Reading is Fundamental, the nation's leading children's literacy nonprofit, offers free monthly read-alouds by popular authors through its Rally to Read program. Visit rallytoread.org to watch the read-alouds and discover exciting reading activities for school and home. Visit rallytoread.org today.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
When I met both of them, it was like my missing pieces were found. Like it was just like an instant, these are my kids. If you're considering adopting a teen, just do it. Kids need families. I don't care the age, everybody deserves a family.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. A message brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Milwaukee Black Talk lives here on 101.7 FM and 1510 AM, W269DL Milwaukee, and WGKB Waukesha.
I used to hit the kitchen lights, cockroaches everywhere. Hit the kitchen lights, now it's marble floors everywhere.
Happy Tuesday, Milwaukee! It's your girl Jazz Tyler, live and direct, 101.7 The Truth. Listen, we had an amazing interview today with Philly Flyboy. Shout out to Philly. Shout out to Alderwoman Cox and Kayla and Kennedy for stopping through today as well to promote Bronzeville Week. We kicked it off this past Sunday with the Bronzeville Cultural and Arts Festival. Amazing event. Today they are doing tacos and games at Summer 85 from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. is game night. There will be music, bingo, trivia, chess, dominoes, all of the above. Tomorrow there's the Bronzeville Business Breakfast, Rooted in Natural, which is an event that Alderwoman Cox's daughter Kayla is doing at Alamo 1942 North MLK Drive. There's some line dancing, a host of other things throughout this entire week. Earlier, I was just mentioning that how important it was for us to continue to circulate the Black dollar inside of our community. So if you do get an opportunity to attend one of these events, please do so. With that being said, this next segment I want to go into is based off of the past couple of days, the past couple of interviews I've done, relationships, right? Just how you manage your relationships with people, the people that put you in positions to win. Is very imperative that you honor them by living up to your standards, meaning do your due diligence, right? When someone puts you in position or someone gives you advice or becomes a mentor, it's all because they see something in you that you may or may not see within yourself at that particular time. And a lot of us, we don't understand how important it is because we can't see that far ahead. And I've had the honor of working with some amazing people throughout my life, throughout my career. Homer Blow is one of them. Alderwoman Cox is one of them. Ray Nitty is one of them. Philly Flyboy is one of them. And to be able to sit across from them years later, you know, and have these conversations about our journey and just life in general is such a blessing and so amazing. And I'm extremely grateful for that. There are people in our lives who has impacted us in both negative and positive ways. And, you know, my call to action to you all would be just simply focus on those who have affected you in a positive way. There's enough for everyone to go around. That means that whatever it is you want to do, if someone pulled you up and someone assisted you and someone provided you information and resources, you need to do the same, right? Do the same thing for someone else. That's how we become fruitful. That's how we become successful as a society. There's no way that we can have the city that we have now if it wasn't for people working together and pulling resources together. And in this day and age, you know, especially with everything being microwave driven and social media and clickbait and all of this other stuff, it can become extremely difficult to attempt to, you know, build those relationships or want to help people. But again, We need that. We need that. And I keep going back to the Brownsville Fest because I've seen physically, I was a part of Auto Women's COGS staff. So in 2018, I was diagnosed with breast cancer, and I was working for Kohl's, for the office of the president at Kohl's Corporation, and they ended up letting me go when I got diagnosed, which means I didn't have insurance to pay for my cancer surgery, any of those things. And during this process, it's ironic that it happened. I was diagnosed in October, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. It ended up having my surgery that month as well. And during my recovery, I was going through my divorce, on the verge of losing everything. And Auto Woman Cox asked me to come in. I called her. She said, hey, come work for me. Come work in my office. You've been around. You've been in the community. Let's do some things together. And when I got in her office, I was able to see the workload from 40,000 constituents to DNS to DPW to speaking for her if she couldn't make it to the Common Council meetings, campaigns, all of the above. And one of the things that I've learned and got to see up close and personal was the development as it pertains to the Brownsville district and how much went into making sure that Milwaukee has a district that reflected the history of our people, right? As you know, this can be a very segregated city, a very segregated state. And we have had rich history in the past, still have a rich history, but for some reason, something always happens to the point where it's either erased or, like she mentioned, they came in and knocked the highways down, et cetera, et cetera. So there was so much that went into building just Brownsville in general, or just building something that we can be proud of, to say that is our culture, something that we can claim on our own. So again, to sit here and see 11 years later that this festival is still going, and when you ride through Brownsville, if you from the east side, if you from that area, you know that it did not look like that for a long time, right? It's a lot that went into it. A couple of years ago, when I came home, before I moved back to visit, I just spent the day in the summertime just kicking it in Brownsville, right? And was just shocked to see, like, hey, it's so much stuff to do. I'm watching on social media, people like, it ain't nothing to do. It's a lot to do in Milwaukee. It's a lot. There's so many different places you can go, right? It just depends on what side of town you like to be on. But there are a lot of things to do. And if you haven't had the chance to kick it in Brownsville yet, man, go down there. Go down there. You got Dream Lounge. Shout out to Joa Tucker. You got Brownsville Kitchen. Dr. Howard Fuller Collegiate Academy High School is down there as well. We have the America's Black Holocaust Museum. There's a new art center that's coming. You have MISO. You have Thrive On. There's so many different places and things in Brownsville, and it has become one of the best MLK drives in the country. We all know what that means. We all know what that look like when y'all go out of town and you go up and down 3rd MLK Drive. It don't look like ours. We've come a long way. But again, it's just, it's a testament of the work that people has put into making sure that we can highlight Black-owned businesses. We have 8 days to say, hey, let's circulate the Black dollar. Let's get the youth involved. Let's get the elders involved. Let's make sure we boost up our Black businesses and make sure that we bring arts and our culture to life. And that's what it's about. From hair to fashion to the Brownsville history to the work that some of our artists are currently doing in the city of Milwaukee and the state of Wisconsin. There really isn't any other major platforms for them to be recognized. So this festival highlights a lot of that. And I know, again, we have a lot of events and a lot of festivals that happens around this city. But this one is in particular is something that we have to start supporting more. And I was extremely happy at some of these events when I seen the amount of people that came, the type of people that came, that the fact that the young people are starting to, find out about it. And then earlier, Auto Woman Cox mentioned that she is now, joining forces with the youth so that they can begin to assist with leading these events during Brownsville Fest. So again, there's so much to do this weekend, today, tomorrow, the rest of the week until Saturday. There's so many different events that you can choose from. They have the Kool-Aid and Canvas for the little kids, which is their version of the Sip and Paint. The fashion show is tomorrow, the Brownsville Farmers Market, and the trolley ride. You know, if you haven't had a chance to, you know, really take a look at what's happening in Brownsville, you should. And not to mention, right, the new developments. There's a lot of new development that's happening in Brownsville. There's a lot of real estate development that's happening, a lot of thriving businesses that's coming as well. And if you are someone who is looking to open up a business or someone who is interested in development, then I would, you know, encourage you to make sure you join them for that trolley ride tomorrow and Saturday as well. So again, this week is Brownsville Fest. Today they have the Tuesday tacos and games at Summer of 85 from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. 2213 North MLK Drive. Tomorrow is a Brownsville Business Breakfast. The Rooted in Natural event at Alamo 1942 Dr. MLK Drive. You have line dancing. Thursday, the Kool-Aid and Canvas. The National Night Out, Brownsville Trolley Rides, Brownsville Fashion Show at the America's Black Holocaust Museum, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., 401 West North Avenue. Then we go into Friday. Friday got a lot of action. You got the Brownsville Lunch and Learn at the Housing and Neighborhood Resources, Lit in Brownsville at Salute Society. The Brownsville Sleepover for Education from 7 p.m. to 8 a.m. Then you also have on Saturday, the Pancakes and Poetry hosted by Mario the Poet at Rise and Grind, 2737 North Dr. MLK Drive. I just want to give a huge shout out to Bobney, the owner of Rise and Grind. This is going to be the last day that they're open, so they're permanently shutting down. So again, if you know Bobney, you know she put a lot of work in Rise and Grind into this community, and we hate to see them go. So let's make sure we go support with the bang for the Pancakes and Poetry this Saturday at 9:30 a.m. at Rise and Grind, followed by the Brownsville Farmers Market at 10 o'clock until 1 o'clock. The Brownsville Trolley Ride, the local legend softball game with Ray Hill and G's Clippers. Together We Dream, Brownsville Art Walk. And we ended off at 6:30 on Saturday with High Hearts, a mono series. So again, there is so much to do this week. When it comes to the Brownsville events, the Brownsville festivals. Again, circulate the Black Dollar, take the kids out, take the family out, enjoy yourselves, have fun, do whatever it is that you need to do. Because after the 8th, y'all know what time it is. Back to school, baby. When we come back, let's talk about it. It's your girl, Jazz Tyler. We got to go to break. Do not touch that dial. 101.7 The Truth.
For 18 years, Veolia has done more than treat Milwaukee's water. Our people have raised their families here, built careers here, and been a part of the community. Generations of workers, millions of dollars a year invested in local businesses, a workforce center built to give young Milwaukeeans a real path into good local careers. 18 years later, Veolia is still here because Milwaukee's still home. Veolia, Milwaukee values, committed to its future.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Doctors Without Borders is delivering life-saving medical care where it's needed most in communities around the world. From bandaging war-wounded patients in Sudan to providing clean drinking water in Haiti, we're in more than 70 countries worldwide, bringing patients from sick to recovering, from emergency to aid, from crisis to care. This life-saving care is made possible by a global movement of supporters like you. Thank you.
Mommy, can I sit in the front seat just this one time? Please, please, please.
No, not yet.
But why?
Because I love you, and you're just not ready yet. Now, get in the back so I can get you in your car seat, please.
Putting your kids in the right seat for their age and size is an act of love. Check that your kids are in the right seat at NHTSA.gov/the right seat. Love protects. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
In sitcoms, when someone has a problem, they just blurt it out and move on.
Well, I lost my job and my parakeet is missing. How was your day?
But the real world is different. Managing life's challenges can be overwhelming. So, what do? We get support. The Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council have mental health resources available for you at loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. See how much further you can go when you take care of your mental health.
That's you with that big body Benz, huh? That's you that can't keep old lady because you keep yelling them friends, huh? You gotta go to court, huh? You got service subpoena.
101.7 The Truth. Happy Tuesday, Milwaukee. It's your girl, Jazz Tyler. Thank you all so much for tapping in. Shout out to all of our special guests today. Alderwoman Cox, Kayla Kennedy, and the one and only Philly Flyboy. Listen, school is on the way. School is back. And as a parent and an educator, I have to tell y'all, this don't make no sense. Something, I don't know who didn't mess with this calendar, this clock, this whatever the case may be, but the fact that summer is almost over and school is almost here is ridiculous to me. And I am so not ready, right? I'm so not ready. I feel like we have to mentally prepare, especially if you work in the school. Waking up early, making sure lunches is packed, making sure you have uniforms, making sure they have school supplies, all of the above. There is just so much to worry about. So I want to hear from you, 833-212-1017. If you could change one thing about Milwaukee schools before classes begin next week, what would it be? We got a caller on the line. Brother Love, are you there?
Yes. How you doing, Jazz?
I'm doing good. Thank you so much for tapping in. How are you?
All right. I just wanted to tap in, Jazz, about the when Malele Cox was talking about the Brownsville demonstration.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think the mental illness part of that, is that something? Because it reminds me of my first love or my first time experience. And I actually saw my first love again in Brownsville. And the East Side got some of the realest people, Jazz.
Come on now,
Am I
you
right?
better say it. You better know it.
Hey, in my lowest time, I was on the East Side, and they were showing me all love. So yeah, shouts out to East Side. Them brothers over there real. Okay, so yeah, Jazz, I want to ask you: do you only have one love experience or one love affair, or do you have two? Or that's just another component of the mental illness that black men have?
Ooh, that's a loaded question.
I'm going to hang up and listen, and you have a great day.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for tapping in with us. So if I'm not mistaken, I think Brother Love said he met his first love in Brownsville. I'm almost positive that's what he said. And he said the best side is the east side, east. I heard that one thing's for sure, two things for certain. But as far as the second question, that's a loaded question, Brother Love. I don't know how to answer that. I'm gonna have to get back to you on that one. Hit me up tomorrow. We gonna talk about it. So I was saying that Brownsville Fest ends Saturday, August 8th. And that means that it's a reality check for parents. School is back. School, oh my gosh, listen, school starts back for my daughter August 17th. Like, I'm not quite sure what's happening on earth right now, but I guarantee you something is not right, because the fact that summer is almost over makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. I don't know if anyone is prepared. I'm not. I mean, I am, but I'm not. Meaning, you got to go back buying school clothes, uniforms, school supplies. You got to, go to the open house, get back into the routine of preparing for fall, winter, et cetera, et cetera. But out of everything, when it comes to school starting back, I think the most important thing for me is the education. Starting to dive a little bit deeper into these curriculums, the funding of the schools, the type of teachers. I'm noticing throughout some schools the turnaround time, the amount of teachers and staff that goes in and out of schools is so unhealthy, because what happens is it causes inconsistency in these students' lives. And sometimes the only consistent thing they have is their teacher or a classmate. So when you have the turnaround time being so fast and so many teachers coming in and coming out, it causes disruptions in the students' lives. And then they begin to have, attachment issues. So these are some of the things, again, as an educator, that I've been noticing, and I'm very eager to go into this new school year to see how we can kind of change some of these things around, but also just preparing our babies. To all the mothers and fathers out there, please make sure that you start to prepare your children for school, meaning mentally, because by the time they get to me, some of them, it's like they go through so much at home, some don't, but by the time they get to school, they end up, obviously, every child, when you're away from your parent, you become a different person. And then they have all of these side conversations going on with friends throughout the summertime over what girl talking to what boy, and so on and so on. And if you don't sit them down, especially the seniors, if you don't sit them down before school starts back and make them understand that whatever was happening this past summer needs to stay and that they have to focus, is going to be a rough year. This is a practice that I feel like, again, as a parent, as an educator, this is something that we need to start doing more of, just mentally preparing our babies to go back to school. Shout out to the chat. Mild the Elephant says, blame this administration for the time going fast. Listen, I don't have no problem with that. I'm telling you, I don't have no problem with blaming them. I know somebody is going to catch the blame, because this is ridiculous. But we're talking about just preparing ourselves and preparing our babies to head back to school. It's a lot. It's a lot to be a parent. It's a lot to be a parent while working. It's a lot to be a parent while working and being single, on top of dealing in this world that we are in. And oftentimes, when school starts back, man, it gets rough. For me, my day-to-day schedule, I wake up at 5:30 in the morning every day. Have to get me and my daughter ready, have to be at work by 7:30. She has to go to school by 7. I have to be at my at Howard Fuller by 7:30. I don't leave there until 2:30, 3 o'clock. Leave there, come straight to the radio station. Leave the radio station, get my daughter, go home and cook. All while making sure my oldest daughter, this is her first year in college. She moves into her dorm August 20th. And then I have a 19-year-old son who is, an adult, and he's going to work and, living his life as well. But to juggle all of these things day in and day out, there has to be a process for us as we enter back into full-fledged mode, right? Where you're constantly multitasking, you're constantly dealing with people on a daily basis. And if you're a parent or a mother like me, I'm active in my children's school life, right? Parent ambassador. I'm talking to the teachers. I'm going to parent-teacher conferences. I'm going on field trips. I'm volunteering for events. I'm doing pop-ups. You know what I'm saying? Whatever way I can support the school, I'm doing it. So we're adding that to the fact that you have to get up so early and get yourself and your children ready for school, on top of going to work, on top of cooking, on top of cleaning, on top of making sure they have everything that they need for school. And that is a heavy load. So before school starts back, parents, make sure that you take some self-care time. Make sure that you are taking the necessary time needed so that when the school year comes, you're not so overloaded, right? Whatever that looks like. I'm attempting to try a different approach. I want to sit down and start to teach my 9-year-old about her calendar, how she can create her own calendar to make sure that we're on the right path every single day, right? Because again, it's a heavy load. There's so much that you have to do on a daily basis when it comes to the school year. Alfonso says, yes, I'm around. You not cooking. I went to school to be a chef, Jazzy. Listen. Hey, Marty. Oh, Marty said, oh, you saying you going to cook for me, Marty? I appreciate it. Listen, meal prep. Anybody got meal prep, I will take it. I'm trying to tell you, because it is a lot. It is a lot. And then with your students, with your children, you have to prepare them mentally to go back to school as well, right? You have to get them mentally prepared to sit in a classroom for 8 hours a day after they just got off of summer vacation. And I want to talk about this a little bit because of my own personal experience. You know, I have a 9-year-old, 18-year-old, and a 19-year-old. And my 9-year-old, she is 5'2". My 9-year-old is the same height as me. She wears a 7 in shoes, in women's shoes. All right. And this summer, she just sprouted up even more. She has like weird preteen acne and she's just developing into a young lady a little bit faster than what I thought she was. And now I'm starting to have these conversations. She's going into 4th grade. So whereas before from 1st through 3rd grade, it was like, okay, Callie going back to school. All right, cool. We get it. Not this year. Callie is going to 4th grade. All right. Callie didn't got tall. Callie didn't. Oh no. I have to make sure you are having conversations with your children before they go back to school, because hormones are involved. This is the age where kids start liking little boys and little girls, call themselves liking them. They're more intrigued. And these kids now are even she's a huge fan of K-pop. All she do all day is just watch K-pop 24/7. And I'm trying to figure out how this is going to work when it comes to time for her to go to school, because she gets bored easily, and I don't want her at school just busting out dance moves. You know what I'm saying? Because she don't want to technically be there because she feels like summer ended so soon. But yeah, we're talking about going back to school this fast and just preparing ourselves and our children to make sure that we are in a great and healthy mental space so that we can have a successful school year. We got to go to break. When we come back, let's tap into it. It's your girl, Jazz Tyler, 101.7 The Truth.
Each early detection, each shortened hospital stay, each quick recovery reminds us why we serve. From first breaths to complex surgeries to rehabilitation that gets you back to your family sooner, we stand ready, quietly preparing, focused, and guided by one promise: to be fully devoted to you. Ascension, Wisconsin. Advanced care devoted to you.
Milwaukee, your weekdays have a new rhythm. Start your mornings with conversations that matter.
Again, I'm the legendary Homer Blow, along with my girl,
Bailey Coleman. Truth in the Morning with Homer Blow and Bailey Coleman. Weekdays, 7 to 9 a.m. Then keep it locked with the voice of the community.
And the more you know and the more skills you have, the more training you have, the better off your community is.
The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, 9 a.m. to noon. Lunch is on us. Turning up your midday vibe.
It's your boy Ray Nitty and my co-host Maybe Shannon.
It's the lunch break with Ray Nitty and Maybe Shannon, noon to 2 p.m. And don't stop there. Keep the conversation going with The Grapevine with Manan Sabir.
That's right, I'm your host, Manan Sabir.
Bringing the stories and voices you need to hear, 2 to 4 p.m. Then we're closing out your day with energy. Lots of it.
It's your girl, Jazz Tyler. We are live and direct.
Tap in with Jazz Tyler every afternoon, 4 to 7 p.m. Your home for Milwaukee conversations. The award-winning 1017 The Truth.
For 250 years, our armed forces have bravely served America. Wounded Warrior Project honors that legacy by supporting post-9/11 service members and veterans like Anthony, a Marine who was injured by a roadside bomb in Afghanistan.
They carried me through my injuries, not just my physical, but my mental. And seeing other vets doing the same thing helped me tell myself, hey, you can do this.
Join us in honoring warriors at woundedwarriorproject.org/America.
In the United States, a vehicle is stolen every 31 seconds, about as long as this message. Luckily, you can take a few easy steps to protect your car in the same amount of time. Remove your valuables, roll up your windows, don't leave your car running unattended, lock your doors, and take your keys or fob. If you have information about a crime, call the police. If you suspect insurance fraud, also call 800-TEL-NICB. A public service message from the National Insurance Crime Bureau.
I always had to be so good, no one could ignore me. Carve my path with data and drive. But some people only see who I am on paper. The paper ceiling, the limitations from degree screens to stereotypes that are holding back over 70 million stars. Workers skilled through alternative routes, rather than a bachelor's degree. It's time for skills to speak for themselves. Find resources for breaking through barriers at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
How to believe I was the queen that I'm meant to be. Oh, I live to lie, try to play both sides.
101.7 The Truth. It's your girl Jazz Tyler. We are live and direct at the American Family Insurance Studio in the beautiful heart of downtown Milwaukee. Parents, school is back. Oh my gosh. Do y'all hear me? We got about 2 weeks until these chitlins go back to school. If you're an educator, we are headed back to school as well. And I can't for the life of me figure out where this time has gone. Before we went to break, I was simply saying it's time to make sure that before we take on this other extra workload again, that we are in the correct mental space, because it is a lot, right? Life is a lot. And if you are a parent, whether you're single or not, just getting back into the routine of, hey, I got to get up an extra 2 hours earlier. Even your children, the mental strain on them having to wake back up, 2 or 3 hours earlier than they normally do, and just getting back into that routine of, being around people and interacting on a daily basis and all of this other type of stuff. It can take a toll on you. So make sure that you are doing some self-care work. Make sure that before you go back to work, meaning in that way, when school starts back, that you are doing the necessary things to prepare, whether it's organizing your calendar, whether it's food prep, whether it's making sure you got the clothes laid out for the week, and all of the above. Take it back to the basics. Y'all know how it used to be when we was younger, right? Get your butt in the bed, in that tub tonight, because when we wake up, we gotta hit the road. Meal prep, cook your dinner the night before. Do your children's hair the night before. Do everything possible to properly prepare so that you can get enough rest and your day can go smooth. And again, it sounds easy, trust me, when I tell you, because I always start out like this at the beginning of the school year. And then I just get hit with stuff left and right. Mom, we got a field trip tomorrow. Why you just now telling me? You should have told me this last week. Can I get some money? We got a field trip tomorrow. Mom, can you come volunteer? We having a party this weekend. Mom. 24/7.
Don't even got the slip on them.
Don't even have the slip. Then left the slip at the school in a folder. And then you forgot to tell me. Like, school brings, listen, it's so much. And if you have children who are playing sports, honey, that's even worse. That's even worse, because y'all know what time it is. You got to start paying them fees. Y'all got to start hitting up, practice, picking them up, dropping them off. Then here comes, lunch money, field trip money. Here come the AAU fees. Here come all of the above, man. Like, again, when school starts back, if you are one of those parents like me who are full-fledged active, it gets real around here. I'm telling you, it gets real. And this is probably why I'm going to be single for a little bit longer. Because I just don't have time. I don't have the time. I'm working 2 jobs. My oldest daughter just started college, right? My youngest daughter is entering into 4th grade. She'll be in middle school in a couple of years. So I have to watch her and make sure that I am preparing her as she becomes a young lady. And on top of, various of other things that I have going on. Big mama just ain't got no time. I don't have no time. It's about to get hectic around here. I might even start playing ball again. Meech, I don't know. I might have to get back on that court for a little bit. But we are talking about going back to school. We are talking about taking mental health breaks and preparing your mind mentally to take on this heavy load that is coming to us parents, especially the moms and the single fathers out there. We know this time of the year is a lot. There is some back to school events that's happening. This past Sunday, there was at Brownsville Fest book bag giveaways. Shout out to Alderman Mark Chambers. I know that every year he does some as well. And the reason why I say that is because we know that, times is hard. There's inflation. There's bills. There's so many different things that we have to pay for on our own. And sometimes it can be a lot, especially when you got to pay rent and bills. So there are so many different community events that's happening. And if you are someone who is hosting a book bag giveaway, school supplies, if you have uniforms, whatever the case may be, please send us the information. Give us a call at 833-212-1017 or drop it off in the chat. We want to make sure we spread the resources as much as possible because y'all know, first of all, them uniforms is high. And these kids be running through these uniforms like they made off of trees. I'm telling you, by the time I send Callie to school, she looked like a princess and come home and just looked like the Rugrats. Like, how many holes can you put in your uniform pants in one day? It's like they have a competition. How many holes can you put in your pants? I could put more holes in my pants. Just come home looking a mess. We got to make sure we get the resources, man. Listen, me included. Whatever information y'all have on free school supplies, free book bags, share it because, again, it's rough times out here and everybody needs some type of assistance. This is coming back fast. This school year is coming up on us fast, and we want to make sure that our students, our babies are prepared to the best of their ability, right? This is the real community part, not just, and again, yes, we do need the supplies. We do need the book bags. We do need the uniforms, all of that. But another part of being the village and being the community is talking to the parents, making sure that they are okay. Do y'all have food so that your baby do not have to go to school hungry in the morning, right? Because some of these children, by the time they get to school, the only thing they eat is lunch. Do y'all have school in the house? Do y'all have food in the house? Do you have hot water in the house where y'all can wash the uniforms and wash your clothes, right? I have some students who went through their whole senior year last year and was homeless. There are a lot of families out here who are going through things. So although we are putting on the community events for the book bag giveaways and so on, let's make sure that they have the core things that they need as well, because that's what affects these babies the most by the time they get in school. Do you know how hard? Imagine going to work and not being able to take a lunch break or not eating breakfast when you get there. Let's say you are somebody who take calls all day. You work at a call center. You didn't eat breakfast and your lunch ain't until 12 o'clock, but you got to be at work at 6 in the morning and you haven't eaten anything. You're not going to want to talk to nobody. You're going to have an attitude. It's the same way with the babies. If there's unfortunate circumstances in a home and they going to school and they had nothing to eat, no clean clothes or whatever the case may be, it's hard for them to focus. It's hard for them to get through the day. So this is not looking down on nobody or judging them or questioning them. And don't have pride to the point where you can't tell somebody that you need help. We all need help in some aspect. So my call to action again is, as we're giving out these school supplies and these books bags, let's make sure that the families also have food, running water, make sure they have transportation, whatever it is that they need, because at the end of the day, we want the babies to be successful in school, right? And again, this is coming from someone who's a parent, but also an educator. It breaks my heart when I see some of my students come in class and they don't have clean clothes, they don't have nothing to eat, or they homeless, or whatever the case may be. You just never know what they're going through at home. You never know what the parents are going through at home either. And if you are an educator, you know, everybody is not the same. Like, granted, you have to communicate with the families, but some teachers communicate more than others. If you are an educator, my call to action to you is to make sure that you are going above and beyond for your students, because you do not know what they are dealing with, right? Just like how I do my children, I do my students the same way. I be all in their business, all in a business, not to talk about them, not to be like they're my friends, but because I need to help them and understand them. When they come into my classroom, I want them to feel like whatever it is they're going through out in the outside world, it doesn't matter. And what I do is I build relationships with them and their families and their parents so that I can provide them with wraparound resources, whatever it is, whether they need it or not. We have resources, right? I know people, I can call people, whatever it is, but this is the sense of community that we have to start rebuilding. This is the sense of community that we have to bring back to Milwaukee, because it is affecting these babies on a whole different level. I'm telling you as a witness, it is. When these babies go to school hungry, when they go to school without clean clothes and people is talking about them, you know, they're agitated, they're frustrated, right? And then they end up getting kicked out, and so many things transpires after that, right? When it could be resolved. So let's get ahead of the game. Let's get ahead. If there's any families out there right now, you know, who need some type of assistance, whether it's food, hot water, uniforms, school supplies, give us a call at 833-212-1017. Leave your contact information and I will get you connected with someone who can assist you. I know that a lot of charter schools are starting back August 17th. Some schools will start after that as well. And if there's anyone out there who would like to sponsor a family, or who is having a community event for the youth as it pertains to back to school supplies and uniforms, all of the above, give us a call at 833-212-1017 or hit us up in the chat so that we can get you connected as well, man. Let's make this a successful school year. For real. Let's make this a successful school year. Shout out to the chat. Madi says, my pastor give away expensive book bags every year. He says, Black kids has a lot of trauma and brokenness. That's crazy. They do. These are the things that they face while they're in school and while they're going to school. And as an educator, as a mother, my job is to make sure that they have a successful school year. And a lot of times it has nothing to do with grades. It has everything to do with the fact that they have not been equipped with the things that they need in order to have a successful school year. We got to go to break. When we come back, let's talk about it. 833-212-1017. What is something you are looking forward to this school year? It's your girl, Jazz Tyler. Do not touch that dial.
Every day, Veolia and MMSD work together to ensure that Milwaukee's water system exceeds the high standard it's held to, protecting Lake Michigan and its rivers that run through our neighborhoods. That's 220 local employees who care about their jobs, running a system that's earned national recognition for excellent performance. But they don't do it alone. They're supported by locally owned small businesses, women-owned businesses, and minority-owned businesses. For 18 years, making our waterways cleaner all the time. Veolia, Milwaukee values, committed to its future.
Babes, what are you doing?
What? I'm just mowing the lawn.
No, it's blazing hot and dry out here. Don't you remember? Smokey Bear says,
avoid using power equipment when it's windy or dry.
Where'd you learn this?
Oh, it's on
SmokeyBear.com, with many other wildfire prevention tips.
Right. Thanks, honey bear.
'Cause remember, only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
When a warrior faces adversity, he fights through it. He finds a way. Freedom isn't free. Rolling strong. Belief. Believe you can, and you will.
Wheelchairs for Warriors provides mobility solutions to veterans and first responders injured in the line of duty. Join the mission and visit wheelchairsforwarriors.org.
Here's the deal. We gotta set ourselves up. See, retirement is the long game. We gotta make moves and make them early. Set up goals. Don't worry about a setback. Just save up and stack up to reach them. Let's put ourselves in the right position. Pre-game to greater things.
Start building your retirement plan at thisispretirement.org. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
For 75 years, the Muscular Dystrophy Association's voices have thundered through the halls of Congress.
For 75 years, we've willed the impossible into existence.
For 75 years, the MDA community has pushed the science,
shifted the narrative, and established the field of neuromuscular medicine.
And until that day, when this is all a thing of the past,
you couldn't stop us if you tried.
Join us and celebrate 75 years of breakthroughs at MDA75.org.
Man dance for cash, I guess a whole lot changed since I seen you last. She said,
what would you do if your son was at home, crying all alone on the bedroom floor, cause he's hungry, and the only way to feed him is to sleep with a man.
101.7 The Truth. Happy Tuesday, it's your girl Jazz Tyler. We are live and direct. Hey, parents, school is on the way back, man. Listen, my daughter is going back August 17th. And I have to go back to work as an educator on August 17th. And I have to tell you, I'm prepared, but I'm not prepared, right? And what I mean by that is we're financially prepared, but we are not mentally prepared. And again, this is not just about going back to school, but if you are a true Wisconsinite, someone who, a Milwaukeean, someone who was born and raised here, you know that some people suffer from seasonal depression. And oftentimes what happens in Milwaukee is as school starts to come back, the fall comes back, everybody gets back into the groove of things. You got to wake up early. You got to go to work, got to go to school, do, sports, extracurricular activities, all of the above. And then next thing you know, the weather changes, right? Then it starts to get a little bit more gloomy, so on and so on. And I was just thinking about this today when I was talking to my daughter about how we don't prepare enough. We don't mentally prepare for the school year, for the season changes and things of that nature. So again, with school coming back, man, listen, parents, make sure you and your children are mentally prepared. Make sure that I'll still be here, Marty. I'm not going nowhere. Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. I'm just at the school during the day. But as we prepare to go back into the school year, please make sure that you are mentally ready because it's a lot. It is a lot, especially as an educator, baby. Let me tell you. Luckily, my students don't test me. I have good relationships, but there are a lot of students who, who are going through some things outside of school, a lot of children. So we want to make sure that they have the best school year as possible. We want to make sure that they have that they're equipped with everything that they need in order to have a successful school year. And before we went to break, I was simply just doing a call to action to anyone who has any type of book bag giveaways, uniforms, who want to sponsor a family, food pantries, whatever the case may be. Give us a call, 833-212-1017, or drop your information in the chat so that we can get families connected with you. I have a lot of people that I work with in the community who have children who are in need of assistance for this school year. And we want to make sure that we connect them with the right people. I also spoke about, some families are going through some things. Some don't have, running hot water. Some don't have food, and the children the only thing they eat at school is a lunch, whatever the case may be. If you are in need of assistance, please reach out so that we can make sure you and your family have what you need in order to have a successful school year. Now, for educators and people working in the school system, let's try to do a better job at making sure that we are providing wraparound services for these families, and that we are humane, and that we are not looking at the students as numbers and money and capitalizing off of everything, but that we are actually trying to make them, into better people. And I get it. You know, politics plays a lot when it comes to a lot of these schools. Funding plays a lot, as you can see. In the news, I read that MPS is looking to hire Chicago teachers that were laid off, and I don't understand it. I personally don't understand why. Like, is there a shortage that bad in Milwaukee to where we have to go to hire someone else who is not even from this state? And again, that becomes difficult because those are two different culture climates, two completely different systems, two completely different cities. I think this needs to be analyzed and studied when we are putting teachers who we feel is qualified in front of our babies. Please make sure that they are someone that they can relate to. Doesn't necessarily mean they have to be the same ethnicity, but they need to understand the demographics that they are serving. And pay attention to, do your own research on schools, on staff. You know, pay attention to all of that stuff because these are people that your children are around 24/7 and they have a huge influence on them, right? You are not inside of the school with your children all day, every day, but I am. You only know what the teachers tell you. You only know what the children tell you. But I'm telling you firsthand what I see as an educator, right? Parents, start engaging more. Start being more active. Start asking more questions. Start listening to your children more when they tell you stuff. Start doing your own research on schools, on the board of the schools, on the superintendents, on all of the above. This next year is going to be different. Hear me when I tell you it is going to be different. And if you are not paying attention, you will get wrapped up in whatever it is that is happening. Shout out to the chat. Madi says Chirac always eating off of our city. Listen, it's like I remember in the 90s, it was like a huge migration of Chicago folks that came on over here. And it seemed like it just happened again. Literally, like you go in the stores, everywhere you go is like people from Chicago now. Now they're hiring, the teachers, and that's our cousin city. So, it ain't no beef. But when we talking about employment, I don't understand why we're employing people outside of Wisconsin when there's so many people in this city that needs a job. And you can't tell me that there aren't enough teachers or enough people who are qualified to be teachers here, because there are. So again, I don't understand that method, but hey, it is what it is. So yes, we were talking about just preparing for the school year, making sure that you do whatever it is you need to do the next couple of weeks to prepare mentally before your life changes, your schedule changes. For the parents who have children who are just entering in college, baby, let me tell you, woo! This is the first time my oldest daughter, will be living by herself. She has a roommate. She's moving into her dorm. And for the life of me, I can't get her to understand why I am not an ATM and why the average child, the average young adult in college has a part-time job. And she's been working since she was 14. But for some reason, she feel like because she has a scholarship that I'm just going to pay for every single thing while she's in college. And she's about to have a rude awakening. So when I tell y'all this school year for me hit different because I have a fourth grader and a freshman college student, that means that I have to be a parent in two different worlds. I have to parent a young adult to make sure that she understands that I'm not going to be in her dorm with her every morning to wake her up for class on time. That I cannot be there to talk to the teachers when she turned in her assignments late. That she has to be responsible for going to practice on time, right? And holding herself accountable. So parenting a young adult who is now going into college while parenting a fourth grader is two different worlds. It's a lot. It is a lot. And then by day, teaching 9th through 12th grade, right? So I'm constantly bouncing around in different worlds when it comes to the youth, and my children. But for the parents who have young adults now, this is our oldest children's first year going to college. This is a critical year. This is a defining moment for them. This is where, we have to teach them how to be responsible, and make them understand that every decision that they are going to make going forward is their own. And that is scary. That is scary because we can no longer protect them when it comes to certain things. So as you send your babies off this week, the next couple of weeks to college, you know, whether they're staying here or whether they are going out of town, make sure you are keeping it 100 with them. Make sure you are giving them the correct information that they need in order to stand on their own 2 feet, especially in today's climate. And if you are a Black parent who has children who are going to college down south, that's a whole different topic, a whole different conversation. But please make sure that you are preparing your children and let them know that they are a young adults now. Once you are in school and once you are in college and once you are of age, you can't call me to call your teachers no more. I can't, if you get into trouble, you have to eat that, right? And this is a hard conversation because they depend on us for so much. And even though they're still our babies in society, they are considered an adult. So again, shout out to all of the parents who have first time, freshmen that's headed to college, including myself. Pat yourself on the back, man. We got it. We got them through high school. We got them through middle school, elementary school. We did it. And for some of us, these are the first children in the family who are going to college, right? So again, to the parents, including myself, who are sending their babies off to college for the first time this year, man, celebrate. You did your 1-2, man. We did it, right? We beat the odds, baby. We did it. Thank y'all so much for tapping in with me. Make sure you tune in tomorrow to the morning show with Homer Blow and Bailey Coleman, followed by Sherman Hughes and the lunch break with Ray Nitty. Then you're going to spin a block and hit Manon on Grapevine and double back, tap back in with me. We're going to have some good conversations tomorrow. Thursday, we have special guest Sheena Scarborough, who is the mother of Sade Robinson. Rest in peace. She will be joining us. Listen, it's been a day. If y'all don't have nothing to do, check out Tacos and Games, Taco Tuesday on Bronzeville week at Summer 85 this evening. Thank y'all so much for tapping in. Have a great evening. Peace, Milwaukee.
Oh, yeah. So don't be moving slow. Yeah. Pretty woman.